How we all doing tonight? It's another impromptu stream because it's another Countdown to Freedom Planet 2 stream. As I said, the end of the first Freedom Planet 2 countdown. These will be off schedule because time is kind of catching up on me. But specifically also, since this is how we streamed the first game years ago on the channel, it kind of felt fitting to do this again. So tonight we're going to be playing through Carol's story. So this one, it's the green one. That is what we're going to be doing tonight. Pretty much making our way through the entire story mode, so I'm going to be getting it all set up here. And we should be all ready to go. I just got to turn on my controller. This stuff I always wait until literally when we get ready to stream to make sure things don't self-destruct because I hit a button. It happens. But yeah, tonight we're going to continue on here. We did Lilac's story last week, and her story mode didn't really take terribly long. It was about 3 hours, give or take, so it's going to be about the same here for Freedom Planet with Carol. Roughly, this game is about 3 to 4-ish hours when you play in your first playthrough, so it's about right. So let me get this turned down, and we'll go ahead and get things started. Just gotta give it a sec. There it is. Wow, I actually didn't take that long to swap over this time. Last time it took 20 years. This time it only took 1. Now let's start the game. And I'm gonna just make a new file here. I should probably preference that this game has a multitude of different difficulties. It goes all the way down to casual, and it goes all the way up to hard. For the sake of this, it defaults you to normal mode. In fact, here's a good demonstration of how this works, because things are a little weird. Let me start a file here. I'm just gonna pick a stage, and I'm gonna quit. So right now I'm on hard mode, but if I go back, the wrong mode, I am really hitting the wrong buttons right now. Get out of Mahjong. We'll play this later. Yeah, I'll take all my 0 wins. Thank you. Not a... Okay, I just wanted to demo one thing, and I'm in Mahjong territory, I guess. The buttons are a little different on this mode for whatever reason. Back doesn't work in the same way. All right. Now if I come back in after all my distractions, you see that we default back to normal. It doesn't save this option, so I'm going to just stick with the default normal while going through these stories. Each one's a little bit different. Casual, you refill health as you play, and you take barely any damage. Easy mode, you take half the damage you did in normal mode. Don't refill health, but that's about it. It's still much an easier way, obviously, to play. Normal, obviously middle ground. We've seen how that works already. Hard mode, you take double damage. So, definitely the hardest way to play the game, technically. I've done a hard mode playthrough of Mila in the past, so if you want to see that, it's on my main YouTube channel. You can just search for Mila hard mode. It should be one of the first options, but let's not delay anymore. Let's go into adventure mode, normal, play as our next character on the list, Carol. I will just let all the story cutscenes play out. If we got a repeat, I'll probably just end up maybe talking over some of it, maybe kind of like interacting with chat if you guys got questions about things or other topics, or maybe something else that I have in mind I want to talk about. But again, for that, we're going to watch all the cutscenes. We could skip them by just pressing the start button and just skip scene. Oh, watch them all here again. Some cutscenes are going to be different, but a majority are going to be the same as from Lilac's playthrough, unfortunately. That's just the nature of this kind of game. It has Sonic Adventure Syndrome, where you kind of repeat cutscenes. Hey there, Matt. How you doing? If I can, I'm going to see if I can trigger more bloopers this time around. Try to go more for a blooper run. I might as well start with this one. It's one of my favorites.
Where are you going? I have to make sure they're okay. Can't you be Little Miss Hero Pants some other time?
Carol, you stupid furball! Go take your flea bath some other time. I gotta go check on those civilians, because we won't be able to get through the plot if I don't.
That's the plot.
Fine, I'll go by myself. Maybe.
Here comes a cutscene difference. There's more to Carol's side.
I better help.
And that's it. It's just like a simple little, like, one dialogue exchange, and that's it. So Carol here, I think out of the 3 characters, she is the slowest of all of them. But that's just her base speed, because she does have a little thing later, and I'll go into it when we find it, that does make her move faster. For now, though, this is her base running speed. It's not terrible, but it's also not fantastic either. But she can wall jump to make up for it. And she kind of smooths up these walls. Like, she goes real fast. Think of it like Mega Man X style wall jumping. It's really efficient. You also see me do the little spin down a lot here while going down slopes as Carol, because she can't get that much speed on her own, and you got some good old physics to work with here, so I might as well take advantage of it. Doesn't work though when you go to an automated sequence like that, apparently, because no, never actually tried that before. Alright, here's her exclusive thing, the motorcycle. Pick this little gas cam up and you get a motorcycle to drive on, which is so fast. This thing be zooming by comparison. It's really good. The biggest thing about this is now we can climb up walls by just literally driving up them, which is pretty big too. You can get off the motorcycle by just standing still, and then I believe it is, which button was it again? You can get off this thing. Let me get on the proper surface. The jump special, or is it? Okay, no, it's crouch. Okay, try to get off because it does have its own health and it's very fragile. It could just shatter in a moment's notice. Not gonna be on long. Gonna go bed early. Okay, yeah, that's right. You are driving home tomorrow. Hopefully your travels will be good tomorrow. Wish you the best on that. But that's fine. I can understand that front. I can't remember when you left for home exactly Tuesday, so early made sense. For some reason I was thinking later in the day, I don't know why. That's how you get that card. Just drive up. Alright, push this down. Push this over. That's how we solved that puzzle that we definitely solved intentionally, I swear, as Lilac. And no skips. I love the grab animation when you have the bike, because it's so heavy. She's just holding on with her feet. Like, the bike is just not supported by anything good, just feet. So, yeah, that's a little problematic. Get a little bit of a boost if you hit the special button on this motorcycle, too. And it's attack in the air. Nice spin. Is that enough? Yes. Hey, Marley, how you doing? And also, thank you for that host. I appreciate it. Cooperates better for me than did you? Oh, well, it sounds like you didn't have a good one. Sorry to hear that. I don't know what exactly happened in your stream. If you want to elaborate, go for it. Who needs a shield? Overrated. What's progression? Also overrated. Wow, really? Disconnect and reconnected 38 times in 3 hours. That's weird. Jeez, man. Sorry to hear that. I say that as I'm dropping some frames myself. Yeah, it's back to normal now. I'm still like hiccuping here and there on fronts, but not at least what you're saying. That is a whole other problem. That's a mess. Did you upgrade by chance to new versions? Because I know that also is a little rough around the edges for some people's setups. I think it's more relating to their plugins than anything else. Wait a minute, wasn't there a way to climb up here? I want to try something. There's a thing up here. I don't think it's possible for me to get it with the motorcycle right now. Nah, not really. I'll just move on. Careful with this thing, 'cause I don't want to take too much damage. There we go. Good. Good, did the jump panels there, but when you have the bike, it's really not that necessary to do. Is it possible to do a boss skip with the motorcycle? No, it's too high. Alright, you guys get to see a boss fight, the rare thing. Easy to skip with Lilac, not with Carol. An hour 22 chunk salvage, otherwise an hour and 40 split in 30 seconds or 3 minutes. Ooh, yeah, that's kind of a mess. That's kind of why I local record all these VODs myself. That is a nightmare to work with. As long as I take damage, not the bike, I don't really care. I get health back. It's the end of the stage. Might as well kill you with the front tire. And that's GG's on the first boss. I just shrunk the game window. Wow, that is tiny. Let me blow it back up. For me, it was like the size of a pea. I just hit one keyboard shortcut for something else. And it shrunk it by a lot. Good to know. Apparently that key combo I did is going to be a problem. I'll remember that for next time.
How many chasers are left? Tell me.
You didn't say please.
Don't play games with me, duckling. Tell me.
Fine, be that way.
Shah! Where's that blasted snake mount? I guess we'll have to do this the hard way. I can do this all day. What is this hideous creature?
Stay back.
Oh,
I remember, was this one of the cutscenes sort of blooper?
I'm not gonna let you eat
'Cause I remember the eat line, because like, hang on, I'm still confused by that. This. I don't think it's this one. I was thinking it's one coming up, which we did show last time.
Too easy.
There's only a handful of these cutscenes that have the bloopers, so it's hard to remember them all.
Whoa, that was a close one.
That's why at this point I'm just holding the button combo. For me, it's down and square on a PS4
Thank
controller.
you, Miss,
Lilac.
Miss Lilac.
Are you okay? I saw a huge explosion back there.
You've been following me this whole time, haven't you?
Duh.
I take it you know this guy.
Girl.
This girl.
She's like my tail, always right behind me.
Carol the Wildcat, at your service. And this is Lilac.
Yeah, our main character this
Well,
time
I'm
is me.
Torque. I'm a
The cat.
shell duck.
Shell duck?
It's more of a nickname. I'm not exactly from around here.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking that had a blooper for whatever reason. This one has the blooper, which we did see last time.
What
I
are
might as
you
well just do it
doing out
again.
here?
I'm already holding the
These
button
guys
combo.
haven't been safe for days.
Someone is about to steal the Kingdom Stone, and I have to stop them.
The Kingdom Stone. That's impossible.
Yeah, only I could steal it.
You wish.
Well, it's already happening. Marizawa's sending troops in disguise to the ancient temple. I have to warn them.
Carol and I are pretty fast. We could run right.
Yep, there it goes.
Sorry.
I still love the face that Carol gives on that one. It's just, I can't hold it in. I must laugh out loud.
Carol and I are pretty fast.
And then the whole teleport back in shenanigan, because it wasn't really supposed to be in the game, but they add that in as a flavor text thing. So let's not have Lilac walk back. Just poof her in.
Seriously?
Yup, I've got a motorcycle and she's a dragon. They're like super fast.
Turn straight.
Well, it's worth a shot. Hurry over there before it's too late.
What about you?
I'll catch up with you as soon as I find all my stuff.
Right. Come on, Carol.
I don't think there's bloopers in this. I'll hold the key combo just to be safe. I might want to look it up during one of the cutscene
General
things or
Gong.
so, because I can't remember all the bloopers. There's one we can't trigger, because I think it's just at Lilac's. It's with the
We have
King
to
of the
talk to
land.
you. The Kingdom Stone is in danger.
That's fine.
Don't be ridiculous. Nothing gets past my nose.
Will you just listen for a minute?
What is the meaning of this? We mean no disrespect. We're just
You
trying
heard
to.
what the general said. There's nothing to worry about.
But
Don't make me repeat myself.
well, they sound like they know what they're doing. Why don't we just charge up and go home, huh? What do you say?
I don't know. I feel like they're hiding something from us.
It's an ambush!
Follow me.
And just give me 1 second. I gotta get my bike. Hello, bike. Where'd you go? I'll do some push-ups while I wait for you. Her crouch animation is probably my favorite of the 3 playable characters, though, just because they are push-ups. It's just so random. Yet, in character. Oh, I barely made that jump. That was a little too close, to be fair. I shouldn't have risked it. I think out of the 3 characters in this game, I haven't really played Carol nearly as much. I've done a couple runs with her. It's just, out of the 3 different playstyles, it's just, I think hers didn't click me in the same way as the other two. Not saying she's bad, because I still like playing the game with her. It's just I would rather play as Milo or Lilac first. So out of the three, I think Carol's probably the one I put the least amount of time in with Freedom Planet, which is probably just a handful more hours of a difference at most. It's not really that much. It's really when she has her bike she's at her best. Without it, she definitely feels almost like she's from a different game in a lot of ways, because it's fast-paced platforming in this, and she doesn't really have that in her arsenal here. But when she gets her bike, oh yeah, she definitely is in the same category. Now you would think maybe Mila would be the same. She has the same, I think, base running speed, but she has so many other movement options, it makes up for it. And you don't need a extra thing like a motorcycle. She just can do stuff on her own that makes her faster. Compared to Kara, which needs a glorified power-up, essentially. Oh yeah, that's right, that stays down. I want that extra life. You can't do the zip here, I think, for Carol, but that was just a shortcut to get back over here for the life. Yeah, you can't get stuck inside of these pillars in the same way you can at Lilac, for example. I think you can also do that zip with Milo, so out of the three, Carol's the only one I don't think can do it. Means you gotta do this the long way. Might as well use her jump pad so I can get some extra speed and height. Bonus, I must take that. We didn't go this way last time, so didn't see that with Lilac. To be fair, we kind of skipped a lot of the stage with Lilac, so that's also kind of why. When they give you the option, you take it. I think I could just barely make it up here in time. Yeah, I can still do the quick kill. Barely have enough time though with Carol. Because you gotta do that fast. That mini-boss doesn't stay in the center of the field like that for long with its little fire attack. You gotta act quick. And I think this guy, we're gonna have to fight legitimately this time, because I don't think Carol's gonna be fast enough without her bike here. And I don't think you get it. Like, see, this is my speed. If you get too far back, it has to push you forward on the screen. So yeah, she ain't making it on the floor by herself. Even boosting like that doesn't matter. So you need a motorcycle for that boss skip here. And after I played that beta last time we streamed this, man, Carol feels like she's running in double speed. It's a huge difference between her early stage concepts to what it became the final game with her speed, because seriously, that was walking percent in the beta. She can actually move now on her own. It helps that there's so much more momentum in this version compared to beta builds, because in the beta builds there weren't that much momentum yet built in the code. That makes sense, beta. Like, what do you expect? That kind of stuff? Yeah. Rough around the edges because it's very early in development. Honestly, it's probably been rare I played a beta that felt better than the final product in a lot of ways. The only real one that's coming to my mind is Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 with its demo that was available on the Xbox 360, but that actually was a later build, just an incomplete one. So it felt better than what we got in the final product, but it also wasn't the finished version of the game. That's why we didn't get it, and that sucked, because it was a better version of the game. If only there weren't deadlines. It really makes you wonder anytime that happens. Like, man, Would this game be a lot better if they gave the developers actually time to make it? And the answer is yes for all of them. Sonic Boom on Wii U is also a game that comes to mind on that front, because that game also was rushed beyond belief, and everyone knows how that turned out horribly. Now it's gonna take a while. I'm gonna take a seat. That's right. Everyone dies, and I just take a shield. See, we caught up. Didn't really matter. Advantage of that little bit of health that's up above. Not much, but it's better than what we had. And I still have the health pedals in the other room that we can use. I think bats are annoying to deal with in this room, though. There's so many. I can't go the same way Lilac did, so I go this way. Not much of a different path, just a little more walls to jump on. That's about it.
Spade? What's he?
Sorry, late. I forgot my motorcycle at home.
Hey! What do you think you're doing? That's the Kingdom Stone!
So, I needed to find my father's killer. Not like a couple traitors like yourselves would care.
I'd rather be called a traitor than a murderer.
Scarves left us no choice.
And you've left me no choice.
Not much of an impact
Still training.
the characters from Scars are gonna make in the sequel here, because that's still like a big root of Lilac and Carol's story.
Besides, if something
And
else
they
is
were
guarding us
gonna
there-
have this character as a playable character at one point. I think it got scrapped. If not, it delayed
We'll see
indefinitely.
about that.
So maybe we can actually see that as a DLC thing for 2? I don't know.
But we should. Come on!
Okay, did we just fuse? Lilac, where'd you go? There you go. That does a lot more damage when you do the dive into your claw. Take advantage of it. I think this does double the damage as your normal claw attack does. So it's a big difference. Carol's a lot more designed for boss fights, as you can see. Her main ability is just combat. Like, she's really good for combat, but then when you get to the platforming stuff, she struggles a bit when she doesn't have a motorcycle. So she has her trade-offs. Which honestly, to me, kind of makes her like one of the harder characters to play as in this game. Not the hardest, because I know some people consider that Mila. But she's very different. Also helps to remember when you do your little special kick move here, spin kick, you're invincible during it. Take advantage of those iframes. And that's it. Gonna do some push-ups on you. 1. That's all I get, just the 1.
Feel my power!
I wonder if this time we can actually see the cutscene here intended. Because last time I couldn't find Carol. And Lilac, they both just disappeared out of existence. Let's find out. But first things first, we must bonus. I'll take the water shield. Might as well. You just see me run forward. Hello.
I can't break it!
Don't worry about it! Keep going!
Can you speak up? It's a little loud in here.
But
Do it!
That little doggy look familiar? I wonder. Is that who I think it is?
How did I? I'm over here! You made it out.
Your ear.
It's just a scratch. I'm fine.
In this kind of quality, I can't tell there's anything
Well,
different
you
with your
better
ear.
find
It looks the
Torque
same
and
to
get
me,
home
I'm
so I
sorry.
can patch it up.
That's pretty much the only
Well, this
difference in this
stinks. How
set
are
of
we gonna
cutscenes
get
coming
more
up. We're
money?
still gonna be here for like 15 minutes, like with Lilac.
We'll think of something.
This is cutscene wall.
What I really want to know is why Spade is working for Mayor Zhao.
That specific part where Carol
got
being
loads of
stuck
cash?
in the caves, that's her exclusive
Zhao might know
cutscene
something
for
about
this
the
one.
assassination,
Everything
but
else is gonna
that
be the
still doesn't
same.
Explain what he needs the stone for.
Get your popcorn.
I have a bad feeling about all this. What?
Someone's following us.
What do you mean?
You're still gonna look up the bloopers during this.
Wait. Someone with a shield pulled me out of the cave. It must have been her. Sorry about pouncing on ya. Hello? I'm sorry?
Don't be scared. I promise we'll keep you safe.
Are you a dragon?
Yeah.
I can't really seem to find the list. There's just so many cutscenes in the
Can I
game.
touch your
Probably
hair?
why I can't find a
Huh?
end of list. I know there's a
Okay.
blooper compilation cutscene reel on YouTube.
No.
You can
it's
always
okay.
look that up if you just
I
want
was
to
just
see
surprised
all the
is all.
bloopers.
Go ahead.
I think someone made the
I
compilation when
won't
the Wii
hurt
U
you.
version came out. That was the first console version of this game that got released, and it was, I think, a year after this came out? I think it was around 2015.
Yeah.
Maybe we can be
Then it took
friends.
3 years for it to get the Mila story update, so
Sure.
it kinda took a hot minute for that to get updated next.
What's your name?
Lilac.
It's weird because then
That's a
the
pretty name.
PS4 came out, the PS4 version,
Thanks.
that got the
This
story
is my
mode. The
friend
Wii U one
Carol.
did not have it for a very long time,
So,
and I think it was
thanks for
around the
saving
Switch
me back
version's
there.
time coming
Well,
out
what
is
are
when they
you doing
updated the
all
Wii U
way out
one.
here?
It
I
was
just played
when
the
another
game.
version came out, they finally
It's
fixed it, and I think it was with Switch.
They're not very nice. I'll say.
You know what? You can
Console
come to
versions
our
are
secret
fine.
hideout.
I would just highly recommend staying away from the Wii U version by today's standards.
Yeah. Nobody
More or
knows
less
where
just
it is
because
except us.
it's not going to be as readily available anymore. You're better off getting on anything else because of the eShop thing. Also, it's underscanned for whatever reason. The screen's smaller on Wii U. I don't know why. It's the only one that has a smaller screen output
Your
for some
Excellency.
reason, and you can't fix it.
By who?
Probably something to do with the gamepad
Mayor
because it
Zhao.
fills the gamepad
His
screen.
pilgrimage to the temple was a cover-up.
This is troubling. Zhao may be a buffoon, but I never believed he was capable of this.
A pair of youngsters warned us about the attack. I refuse to listen. I have failed you, Magister.
Don't be hard on yourself, General. I would have been just as skeptical. Tell me, who was it that issued this warning?
Something doesn't smell right.
Well, sorry.
You never smell right. I'm referring to those kids. They know something about this. We have to find them. You sure you don't want to hang out with us?
Thanks, but I have a lot of work to do. I'm gonna try and fix my gadgets.
Fair enough. Just shout if you need anything.
Alright, what are you gonna be up to?
I don't know. Watch a movie.
Oh, we should have plenty of things to do, especially with a new girl around.
I'm bored.
How about a movie?
Sure. Why not?
What kind of those chips they were there?
Traitors like yourselves would care.
Are those potato chips? It could have been something more specialized, like wave chips. Hard to tell.
Uh,
Bag was so low res, and the chip
Torque,
was
I
so
mean, I
low
went
res
down
too.
there
It's
and
pixel
he
sprite.
said- I mean,
calm down. What is it?
Torque turned into an alien or something.
What?
Just come with me. Come on.
I probably had a bad dream.
I'm serious. Get up. Come on. Get up. Get up.
All right, let me get my shoes on.
Torque? It's not what it looks like!
Imagine if he just didn't get back up after that, and that was game over at that point, because Torque died.
What
Ran
are
out of
you?
lives.
Give us answers, buddy.
Okay, I'll tell you. But you have to promise to keep it to yourselves.
We promise. Right, Carol?
Right. Pinky swear.
I'm from another world. Actually, I'm part of an alliance between many different worlds. We're called Chasers.
So you're an alien then?
Pretty much, yeah.
So, why do a bunch of aliens care about our planet?
The man that wants your kingdom stone isn't from around here either. He calls himself Lord Brevin.
Lord?
Well, he didn't get that name selling cookies. He's dangerous with a capital D.
Alright, here comes our plot dump. As we know, Lord Brevin,
He's the
evil.
most powerful enemy we've ever faced. Hundreds of
No
worlds
bloopers in this,
destroyed.
as you can imagine.
Thousands of
Very
heroes
serious
killed or
scene.
corrupted. Enormous amounts of weapon energy stolen. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. According to our scans, the Kingdom Stone has enough energy to double the size of his army. If he gets it, he'll be unstoppable.
Still weird how that specific part of this cutscene has a reverb effect, like you're in the level. It's like they transport the characters in that level just to read that.
If Brevin gets his hands on the Kingdom Stone, then I'll have no choice. I'll have to destroy it.
Destroy it? You can't be serious.
I'll only destroy it if I have no other choice. I swore to my captain on his dying breath that I would not let Brevin get that stone.
I'm sorry about your captain, but you can't destroy it. In fact, you won't even have to think about it, because I'm going to help you get it back. I don't care how dangerous it is.
If she's gonna go for it, then I am too.
That's it. I don't care how dangerous it is. I'm in.
Together, then who knows what else we can do?
Actually, I may have hit the button twice because my finger slipped. Let me know the story at this point. We're gonna help.
I wanna come too.
I guess we could let you save Carol's life a few more times.
Hey.
It's mean.
So the three of you are really gonna help me stop him?
Say no more. Team Lilac's got your back. We'll talk about the name later, okay?
And what else we gonna call it? Team Torque? That could be the TT. It sounds weird on paper.
If I said I was comfortable with this, but I honestly could use your help. You all know this world better than I do.
So, it's official, right?
More or less. Welcome aboard, ladies.
Yeah! Awesome! Wonderful!
I don't think there's any bloopers regarding Brevin.
Good evening, sir.
It'd be weird to see him just randomly do a joke, to be fair,
It may
so
interest you to
it's
know
understandable.
that the location of the artifact has shifted.
Where?
It's moving toward a densely populated region to the east.
This could work to our advantage. Get me the king's son.
You can tell also this is like the big baggy anytime he talks, because Brevin's the only character in this game that has a different dialogue box. It's the only one that's black.
It is my duty to
Everyone
protect
else's
my
is that
father's
nice blue
kingdom.
color. But his is black with the red
Sacrifice
outlining.
your very life for the good of
It
this
is a
kingdom.
vastly different thing. Oh, and technically yellow outline, but like the red backdrop.
Yes.
A little bit of red in the outlining,
And
technically.
you crush all those who threaten its safety.
We must protect it at all costs.
Exactly. The one you call Zhao has taken something very precious. Something that could put your kingdom at risk. You're not going to let him keep it, are you?
Revenge is upon us, my fellow kin. We have confirmed who is responsible for the death of our king.
And Brevin just walks in. Yo, it's me. I killed him. See this knife? It was my knife.
Our kingdom stone must be stopped. Deploy our sky battalion.
Hey, up and at 'em. We've got adventuring to do.
Oh, 5 more minutes. Ow! Good morning, Carol.
The only actual like dog noise she makes in this whole story too is that cutscene.
I was wondering when you'd be awake.
You can blame Carol for that. She sleeps for like half a day.
Totally worth it.
Well, anyway, I got a big call from that big panda guy I told you. What?
Big call! Because the panda is big!
I forgot that's a blooper. Dawn Bennett, she just couldn't believe. I get the joke. It's a pun. And just breaks out.
Well, anyway, I got a call from that big panda guy. I told
And then they
you about.
actually write it into the
He's gonna
script.
help
Well,
us.
anyway, it's like, it was natural.
When is he coming?
Actually, we have to go meet him. He'll be waiting for us north of here.
Perfect. I fixed my radar last night so we can use it to find the meeting point.
Great! Ready, girls?
Aye, aye, Captain. To adventure!
According to the radar, we seem to be at the right location.
I think it's a little off. This way!
I do wonder what this place is actually supposed to be. I think this place we kind of see more in 2. Because I think there was a level I seen from one of the trailers that looked
She's
like
got a good nose.
a pink background like that with like cherry
I'll
blossom
say.
trees.
Allow me to properly introduce myself. I am General Gong of Shang-Tu.
It's an honor, General.
The Royal Magister has a proposal. We'd like you to help us get the stone back. It's in the greedy little hands of Man Xiao in our neighbor city, Shangmu.
Why do you need our help? Don't you have soldiers and spies and stuff?
We want to try and resolve this thing peacefully if we can, so we're sending a neutral party to negotiate. Given the current state of affairs in Shuigang, they're out of the picture.
So you need us to fly to Shangmu and convince Zhao to give the stone back.
Precisely.
Let's give it a shot.
Right. I assume we'll be taking one of these planes.
We should walk. We know what's gonna happen. There's gonna be roadkill. Don't do it.
Of course I do.
Torque doesn't know how to fly.
Good. When you get there, head straight for
I mean,
the city hall.
remember how he came onto this planet? He crash landed. Not a good omen.
Hope you're not afraid of heights.
There's a reason why he's wearing goggles.
Okay.
It's not for the bugs. Oh, the cops on you, man. That's roadkill. That's hit and run. Felony.
You just had to follow me here, didn't you?
How did you know we were coming?
You seemed pretty determined to get that stone back.
So you're the thief Lilac was talking about.
I've been called worse.
Where is it?
I've already finished the job. It's time for my brother to play his hand.
Your brother?
Prince Dale of Prince... This is hard to be cool and suave while being informative at the same time.
I forgot.
God damn my coolness.
I forgot they did that too. It was like, whoa, 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 buddy. Remember, this has a rated E for everyone rating. We decapitate people in this and torture others. But you can't say any swear word. That's illegal. The rest of it's fine, but not that part. I forgot about this blooper. It's the most edgy one. But also, I almost feel like they didn't need to bleep it out when you literally see all this graphic stuff in this game. I don't know. It does fit his character, though, to be fair.
Prince Dale of Shuigang.
Really?
When he finds the man who murdered our father, there will be no mercy for the kingdom responsible.
We know who's responsible.
Nice try.
Will you just hold on a minute and let us explain?
What, so you can throw me off again with your lies? Thanks, but I've had enough.
Hey, look, that guy. See, we were telling the truth.
Split up.
All right, finally, our cutscenes are over.
Head
Time to
on
play the
to
video game.
shopping mall over there.
Got it.
Before we do, I do want to fix up something, so I'm gonna let that go. Luckily, it does pause everything, which is nice. I want to fix up one of my Stream Deck buttons here real quick, because there's a specific button that's now causing a conflict with my hotkeys in this game. I don't want that to be a weird issue. Well, now, I just hit this button. It's the same thing. Okay, now my game isn't, like, minimizing. I want to do that for a while. So where'd my shield go? So I feel like I was ripped off. I got a bonus shield. Now it's gone. Thanks. Appreciate it. I got the motorcycle. Too bad I don't keep the motorcycle in between stages, 'cause this would have been nice in stage 2. Well, now this section really doesn't matter. Shoot me, I don't care. I'll live. I mean, we didn't take any damage with the motorcycle, but might as well we fill his health. Anytime you can just climb up a wall instead of a ladder, I'd rather do that. That's both with and without the motorcycle. It's way faster with the motorcycle, so you just drive up the wall, you know, cartoon style. But at the same time, even without it, it's still faster, I think, just to climb up normally with Carol. Guess we'll take our bonus goods. Play the slots, get some random stuff. They only work once, though, as you can see. They turn off after you get a reward. Got a little bit of a difference here, branching path, because Lilac didn't come this way. That's because we got this guy. Yeah, it's kind of random. Fight this thing instead of our other boss that we had on the stage. That's Lilac only, because Mila even comes down here. Not really that hard, but unfortunately for us, we gotta fight him a second time in the stage. They reused that boss fight for some reason. I don't know why it's reused in the same stage of all places. It's kind of a disappointing thing here. But we can see that little UFO is kind of destroyed. I don't really disco dance when you're on a motorcycle, but without it, yeah. Everyone has a unique dance. But one of my favorite parts about the stage, and I think this is a weird glitch no one ever saw in testing, motorcycle just kind of floats if you get off it for whatever reason on rotating platforms. Then when you get on, momentum kicks back in. Oops. Can you? Yep, that's the night we all remember. The one with the motorcycle for a body. You don't have to worry all too much about the motorcycle in this stage, because you give you so many refills in this one. I think this is the most common stage you're going to find that gas can. I don't even know where all the locations are for those cans. It would really help to know on a Carol playthrough. It really would. That's where you get your majority of your speed. A lot of little orbs, which doesn't really help us if we're not on a bonus stage right now. Second to last time I'm gonna fight you, thankfully. Seriously, the fact they reused you in the same stage is kind of weird to me. So it wouldn't have mattered if I lost my motorcycle at this point. Because for this boss fight, they just give you a motorcycle for free with Carol. Because since you have to run so fast in this and she can't without it, they just give you the bike. And you can't destroy it for that reason. You need it for the fight. Thanks for the help, I guess. I didn't even know Lilac was coming in when she did. Back on screen, just need to hit your one weak point. Well, so much for that health. You guys couldn't drop down a worse spot. We'll finish up for the health drop, just for the swag. That's that. I didn't mention this during the Lilac version of this fight, but that boss specifically reminds me so much of Seven Force from Gunstar Heroes, which is like one of the many games that this pulls from. This pulls from Sonic the Hedgehog, Nights in the Dreams,
Totally
Gunstar Heroes, like a lot of Sega games.
You were like, take that, and I was like, pow, pow.
Also, she was very loud. It felt like she turned herself up a little too much and started to get a little crackly in the voice. Sounded like her microphone peaked in voiceover booth.
Not so fast, Commander.
I do believe some of the voice acting you're hearing, I think some people recorded from home and sent in. Because it was a small indie studio, so some recordings they could have done in like a proper setup, and some, not really. You can hear some people's audio quality is vastly different from others.
Gotta go after them.
Those airships would ghost us from a mile away. Remember what happened to me in the valley?
What's that?
I love that one. She spins around so fast like you're mashing on the stick. That's a good blooper. It's like, where'd she go? She coming back? I don't think she's coming back.
There has to be a way.
Oh, she's back.
What about Mayor Zhao?
It's gone! My one chance for re-election is gone!
Wait a minute. My second chance for re-election. It's back there.
You! Over there!
Which one? There's 4 of yous.
He's royalty? You have to bow. Oh.
Very good. Rise. Were you the ones who disposed of this wretched mechanical beast?
You bet we are.
Glorious!
That's
As a
5
token
glory.
of my appreciation, I offer each of you free
He's definitely the
reign
most
of
zany
shopping
character because of his
paradise.
+5 things.
With this coupon for 5% off selected brands. Aw, what the heck? Why don't I just invite you over to dinner? My treat.
You mean a royal feast? I am pretty hungry.
What about the stone?
That
Yeah, that
scoundrel
matter.
prince took it from me.
The stone is optional.
I won't even be able to chase him until my ships are repaired.
Well, Mayor Zhao, we would be honored to be your guest this evening.
Follow me, then. I shall drown your sorrows in delicious chow mein. Don't worry about
Barely saw that,
taking
but
turns.
Mila was
I'm sure
doing the
you
victory
must be hungry.
pose at the end
So
of that
have at
cutscene.
it.
Sushi! I love sushi! Me too!
So, what's that giant head on the wall over there?
That's the pride of my collection. An ancient statue modeled after the dragons of the before time.
What's special about them compared to, you know, someone like Lilac?
What's special? Ha! Did you come from another planet or something?
Sorry.
Sorry, hairball. No, wait.
Long
Ow,
ago,
you're the dragon.
a
Isn't the cat
magnificent
over there the
creature
one with the
soared
hairball?
across Avilice in a ball of fire. When it landed, our ancestors were so captivated by its power and beauty that they built 3 kingdoms in its honor.
Shangmu, Shangtu, and Shuigan?
Bingo! And when the cities were
Man, I
built,
will say, because we've seen this all before. If you want to see more of the story, watch the Lilac run I did last week. It's actually up on the VOD channel today. You know what? Why not? That's the Twitch ahead button. No, this is the VOD channel button. We literally just did this last week, and the VOD went up today. Which is kind of why I figured I'd stream this today. If you want to see the story without me talking over a lot of these things specifically, because there's going to be a lot of dialogue, which we've seen already. Check out that VOD. At this point, if we see a new cutscene, I'm going to let it play out, but repeats, I can kind of just do whatever. But I can really hear some of the scenes, like their audio recordings with my very high-end setup. I mean, I guess it's high-end. It's not like thousands of dollars high-end like some people could say. Using studio-grade headphones through an audio interface to clean up the audio from my computer. I can hear the seams a little bit in their voice recordings. Some things Zhao's saying or what Carol's saying, the mics get a little too hot. They get peaky. You can hear the scratching in the voice. That's their mic peaking.
Don't bore me with your lecture.
Like you can hear some of the scenes, but again, indie game. I think this was the first game this team even worked on officially, because this was originally going to be a Sonic fan game, which would just essentially meant at that point a ROM hack. Then it evolved into being a standalone game, both in terms of its executable and then just flat out being its own identity.
Men like you always fail.
And because of that, you can see it's like they worked with what they had, and you gotta give them credit for what they had. They made a really good product. I think audio balancing was a little rough. I think it is a little bit better from the previews we've seen of 2, but we'll have to see. It does come out next week after all.
Transmission from General Serpentine.
The full moon is out. Not a cloud in the sky.
I will say the cutscene quality for this game, even the audio could be hit or miss in some scenes, it's still really solid. And just the fluidity of everything is really good. It really helps with the storytelling. So for an indie game, especially of this era of indie games, this is very impressive.
I want the artifact to fit like a glove.
Just keep in mind, this was the same year when this game came out. Shovel Knight came out, and that put indie games on like a whole new pedestal for people. Because that was like so many people's game of the year in 2014. They loved what Shovel Knight did in the indie scene. And it was a very different kind of game, but it did kind of set some standards high for a lot of indies, especially crowdfunded ones. Just like this.
Sorry about ambushing your soldiers and desecrating your temple. Let's go frolicking in the woods together with our makeup and pretty dresses.
Your Excellency, we're a neutral party. Send us to speak on your behalf.
If he won't listen to the greatest ruler in all of Avilice, why would he listen to a bunch of kids?
Can we try? Pretty please.
Just imagine how much people are going to love you for reuniting the 3 kingdoms against a common enemy. You'll be a hero.
Me? A war hero? Now that you mention it, I could use a few extra hands.
So you'll help us then?
What the heck? It's worth a shot.
Yay!
To the airship!
Here comes that big old airship. Everyone's favorite thing here in the city. I can't remember what the place is called. Very Chinese, but that's the thing. I believe a lot of the world here in Free-to-Play is more based around Asian culture. So it makes a lot of sense. Like, was it Shang? Yeah, he's Shangmu, which is based on like a natural person, I believe, in Asian history. Can't remember exactly. Could be spitballing here, don't mind me.
Just imagine it, Carol. There are other worlds out there, just like ours.
We should go on a space adventure someday. Don't you think that'd be so cool?
Are you kidding? It'd be the coolest thing ever.
I remember saying almost exactly the same thing.
Did you have a change of heart?
Not really, no. I guess I just wasn't prepared for the sacrifices I had to make.
Like my DLC was the only way to make the sequel.
Just gotta keep
Which
moving
is a
forward with
shame
the mission,
because
I
the
guess.
Torque DLC looked very
No point
promising.
thinking
Remember that
about a past
Gunstar
that can't be
Heroes
changed.
comparison I said earlier with one of the bosses? Apparently,
You're
I
right.
haven't played really much of Torque. I think I played a couple minutes of him at most over the years.
How's the other
But
girl
Torque is
doing?
supposed to play very much like Gunstar
Mira?
Heroes did.
I'm not sure.
It works
Can
in
you
a
go check on
vastly
her,
different way. He's
Carol?
more of a shooter character
Okie doke.
with his weapons. And because of that,
I'm
his
gonna get
gameplay
some
style
sleep.
is the most different.
Well,
but it's
I'm
not
fine.
finished.
You go on ahead.
How's it going? I'm making a wish. Oh, what kind of wish? Well, I really want to see my mommy and daddy again. Sounds like a good thing to wish for. We're gonna be going inside soon. You wanna come? Okay.
No, I'm sad.
What's going on?
Shoot! We gotta disable those ships or we're toast!
There we go, Sky Battalion. Unfortunately, I don't have my motorcycle, so I'm gonna have to do this with the feet. Have to run. It's gonna be a little bit harder for me playing this level with Caro compared to Lilac, because if I make a mistake here and start falling down to my doom, I can't save myself. With Lilac, I had her boost to be able to save me by just shooting straight up, but here, not so much. Mila also has a way to save herself if she falls down a pit. Depending on when you activate her little hover ability, because her ability is a little more based on momentum. Give me that bonus. That way I get a shield I won't keep next time, am I right? Yeah, I don't know what happened to that one shield. That was weird. I've never seen a bonus shield just disappear from level to level. It's not supposed to. Definitely a weird glitch happened there. Just slow. I don't trust any of these things because they really hurt. It really helps to have this kind of a shield for this fight, since I'm doing ship damage just by getting close to the boss. Unfortunately, I lost it. So much for that ship damage. I'm gonna need Torque's help with this. There's no way I'm making it back without this little ship, unlike Lilac. So wait for the plane, because you can easily overshoot the jump before Torque gets to you and die. I've done that multiple occasions. I don't like to admit, but it's happened. At the top at this time, so I gotta drop down to hit the switch. Can I make that jump if I fall back down for the invincibility? I think I cannot. No, that's too high. I gotta go around. That kind of sucks. With a character like this, I have some fast momentum climbing up walls, so not a terrible time loss. That is if I don't fall back down. That would have been bad. Yeah, shield down there, but I'm just gonna skip it. Don't really need it. Yeah, it's a good move to skip that shield. I don't want up ahead. And that was a very short-lived shield. Alright, boss. Not Spade this time, just the helicopter that brings him in for whatever reason. A little different. We'll see Spade later, though, to be fair. Not much health, though, is a problem. Did he die off screen? Alright, that's a first. I don't think I've ever done that. Kinda close with that amount of health I had left. Alright, let's go, Torque. Stepping back to the center. One more ship left. I could get the health now, but I'd rather keep it on this ship. Go to Earth. Because there's health on the Earth ship I can just grab. And if I really felt like I need more health, I could just jump off here, lose a life, and regain the health from respawning. But honestly, I'd rather not do that. Trying to, you know, not die. Like at all. Not like what you did in the Lilac run for the most part. Maybe we'll have a better run here than Lilac. We'll see. I was kind of close in a lot of these fights. I don't know about that. I had to play things a lot more aggressively with Carol, so because of it, I feel like out of 3 characters, I definitely lose the most lives with this one. But to be fair, all of our attacks are so close to range, I feel like I'm kind of forced to do that. I don't have much of a choice. I honestly did not know the shield was here. This is probably the better one to get right now because of the gem pickup radius. Now I'm supposed to wait for this guy's little projectile, but I'm Carol. I can climb walls. Doesn't matter. This guy really doesn't see it easy because all 3 characters just skip up here in some fashion. That's kind of why he shoots projectiles on the walls to force you off, but it really doesn't stop you much. Carol probably has the easiest time for wall jumping. You can just instantly turn around and attack. This is also why I always shave. Yes, we must shave all the ships off. This is why I always save the Earth ship for last. It's because of the double health pickup at the ending. Puts you right in the perfect spot to fight this boss. Never have to worry about health.
You will face justice. Surrender.
That chance, Buster.
So you have chosen death. How pathetic.
He's doing the whirlwind. This is a really bad thing for Carol, because for momentum being the worst out of all the characters on her own is what it really helps to have the motorcycle. But I don't know where those cans are in this stage. I think there's a gas can here. Might be on the middle ship section? Can't exactly remember. If I never remember, I'm rather just go without it. Because it's sometimes better not to hunt for the thing with how long that can take. He's pretty much dead at this point. He only has one more phase. That should be fine anyways. Yeah, he's all red. That means he's about ready to die. Duck here just to be safe. And that's that. GG's. Didn't even need the health drop on this ship. Drop would give you 20.
This is far from over.
Feel my power!
Alright, let's see. What do we get this time? And more importantly, do we keep it? Also, I got enough orbs to hit this thing again. This takes, what was that, 30? Alright, shield. I don't want to shield this time. 3 1-ups. I'll take that. It's the best outcome. If you get another shield, it's a waste. That's hence why I just want to get something different.
Huh. So that's why your airships are boat-shaped.
Hang on a second. Then we're dropping a decent amount here. I'm just gonna give it a minute, see what happens. Yeah, it's not coming back. I mean, my bitrate's high, which is why I'm so confused as to why it's still dropping. If that's a thing. And literally staying at the max amount I can stream and it's still saying red. That's very weird. Let me bump this down real quick to see what happens. Or, oh, as soon as I say that, you want to fix yourself. And then go right back to red. Never mind. And then you're back to green. I am confused. Can you calm down? Please, interwebs. Comcastic. Never understand. I was checking. That was a hiccup on my end because now it fixes itself. I'm supposed to have them check the main line on the street, and I don't even know if they did it. I was told they were, and I haven't seen anything in like a week, so question mark on that one.
This?
Classic Comcast on that. I don't know.
He must have thought we were all he needed.
At least it's back. That's all we gotta focus on.
We would have been ready if he had told us. No wonder Brevon's gotten away with everything. Our leaders are too brain dead to pay attention to anything but themselves.
Welcome to politics. Went over this last time.
Never mind. I don't know.
It's all right. How far is the closest city?
Shang-Tu is just a few miles east. The river should take us there.
We'll give that panda guy an update on our situation. The Magister might be able to help.
I hope he believes us.
I also just thought of something. I'm gonna wait for these
guys meet anyway?
To the talk here.
A green cat and a purple dragon girl seem like a weird mix.
Yeah, it really is. I don't know, man. I mean, technically she was a hedgehog at one point, which I don't understand that either. Something changed. We didn't like hedgehogs as much. It was a little copyright issue.
Yeah, we were part of a street gang called the Red Scarves. We used to make crazy money from martial arts tournaments.
Is that where you met Spade?
Yeah, he was cool at first, but things got weird.
Why?
Well, there's lines we don't cross, and he crossed them.
If Spade is Prince Dale's brother, doesn't that make him a prince too?
I guess so. He never talked about it. Look, everyone! The city!
So there's a little bit of backstory that we didn't get to see in Lilac's story. This is a Carol exclusive cutscene. Now we can understand why there was a falling out between Lilac, Carol, and then Spade. It's just something he specifically did. The lines that he crossed, which I don't believe they ever elaborate fully on, but there are certain crimes he commits that both Lilac and Carol are not a fan of. Hence why they separated from the Red Scarves. At one point, that was their family, but with what Spade did, they couldn't be associated anymore.
My friends, how did the negotiations fare?
Prince Dale took the stone.
We need to speak to the Magister immediately.
I see. Very well then. He deserves to know.
A thousand good greetings to you, Magister.
It's my understanding that Shui Gong is now in possession of the Kingdom Stone.
Not exactly a greatness. Someone else has it.
Explain.
It's been taken by a warlord named Brevon. He has been manipulating the three kingdoms into waging war.
And you have proof of this?
This is a fragment of one of Brevon's machines.
Where did you get that? You don't ask questions. It's on the floor.
Have your scientists examine it. You'll find that its mineral composition doesn't match anything that's built on your world.
Wait! Don't touch it! This theory you have of a man from another world sounds highly suspicious, at best. If you will allow me to explain, Magister, I have a different theory in mind.
I love how
this is
Nira
but an
looks
attempt
in
for
some of these
Mayor
cutscenes.
Zhao
She looks
to
so
cover up
sassy.
The atrocities he committed against our kingdom's stone. He must have offered you a generous reward to come here and make up this ridiculous story. After all, you can't resist money, Sash Lilac and Carol T.
And you know our names because...
You were quite the fortune teller yesterday, so I couldn't resist doing a little background check. Not only have the two of you been stealing crystal shards, you've been working for the same group that claimed responsibility for the stone's theft. The Red Scarves.
Hey, look, Lilac, it's our identical twin sisters.
Yeah, that one over there looks like a hedgehog. I didn't think that you were a hedgehog. That's someone different, I swear.
They're criminals
It's the old
and
picture from
spies,
like
Your
one of the betas.
Excellency.
Is this true?
It is kind of a good
We
thing
were
that
just
they
wait.
changed Lilac's design from hedgehog to dragon. It's a lot more distinguished, a lot more original, and it makes more sense for attacks, to be fair, too. Because of the long hair.
Magister, we're no longer members of the Scarves. It was a long time ago. We did what we had to survive.
Detain them until further notice. Make sure the commander and his evidence are properly quarantined.
Hey, easy!
Magister, please! We don't have time for this!
You're right. Take them away immediately.
Examine the fragment! Examine it!
And now back in jail. Yeah, this was awfully familiar.
Panda girl.
Like I was here last week.
Come closer. We can't let the guards hear us. Now, let's try and figure this out. We gotta bust out of here. But we can't leave without Torque.
You got any bright ideas, Miss Hero Pants?
It's not gonna be easy. He's been quarantined.
What if we bribe the guards?
With what? Our shoes or our scarf? Like, we have nothing. Literally nothing.
Carol? We don't have any of our belongings.
Not even your shield or your bike.
Ooh, I'll pretend I have to pee really bad, and then when they open the gate, we'll make a break for it.
I told you, we can't leave without Torque.
All right. Oh, I got it now. First, we'll both switch clothes, and then I'll switch with Mila. And then when they... This way!
Huh?
I can dig through here. Well, that makes it easy. Let's go.
Actually, only one of us should go. We don't want the guards to suspect anything.
I'll go. For the team.
The sooner you find Torque, the sooner we can get out of here.
It has come to my attention that there are still chasers among us. We must neutralize them.
Shah! I'll get you, Commander!
I don't think we ever see that running animation of Torques outside of these very specific cutscenes. So, like, you pause here just to see it for the most part. That's how he runs in his own DLC that's still a work in progress.
According to our intelligence reports, direct infiltration of the city will be impossible without exposing our operations.
As soon as they leave, I want them dragged to our remote base. Do whatever it takes to bring them under our control.
Nice try.
Went the wrong way again.
There goes that plan. I'm sorry.
Wait! Tell the Magister, I want to confess.
What?
Very well. It's okay. I have an idea.
Can't remember if we see Lilac's perspective here or just... Okay, no, we do
Torque
see
has
it.
nothing to do with this.
Even though
We
none of the other
forced him to
characters are
help us
here, we
against
still
his
see
will.
this. It's interesting.
I see.
It kind of makes sense for
We
the
shall
main
establish a Tim Tam's
narrative.
currency
'cause
exchange program.
you wouldn't understand what's going on if they just cut to everyone breaking out of jail.
Huh?
We shall establish a Tim Tam's currency exchange program.
Yeah, I forgot this is a blooper.
No, it's okay. I was just surprised is all. Go ahead.
Because, like, he had to say it again. It's like, wait, I didn't understand. Let me say it with more diction. Because it was, I think, a misread.
Since you have displayed integrity in revealing this farce, I will release your friend. But this does not change your own fate. You and your companions have lied to us, and in doing so have wasted our time and resources. You will remain imprisoned until I deem otherwise.
If I may make one last request, I want to say goodbye to him and apologize for the trouble I've caused.
Very well. Make it quick.
I don't know what to say. We needed Shang-Tu's support.
I know, But we can't do anything while we're all sitting behind bars. We need more evidence.
But what about you guys?
We'll catch up with you. Busting out of here will be a piece of crab cake.
Thanks for finding my motorcycle. I was wondering where this went. What's nice about Jade Creek, you start with the bike. That's right, give me that top speed. And an extra life, why not? You're in my way, so can you just please, thank you. Oh, I did see that up there. There was a gas can in case you already needed a refill. So I get the water shield here, right? I'm actually gonna skip it because this shield doesn't take any damage yet, and it's really good for pulling those gems. Good for lives and good just to keep my boost meter up. Well, so much for that shield. This is another one up ahead for the boss. Okay, that one I clearly just clipped through the wall to get up here. I guess we take those. Supposed to be a jump pad, I guess, in the wall, but we don't see it, which makes it weird. Hey, man. This is the section. Oh, no, it's not. Well, I got a card, I guess. Sure. I mean, I don't need those. They're all collected on this file. Sorry, I'm just trying to clip through it as fast as possible. This is how we do it. I was thinking it was in this section for some reason. I don't know why. This is the section with the mini-boss. I love how the enemies destroy, but you can still get hurt by it because the thing bubbles last on the field for ages. Also love anytime you go in the water with the motorcycle, it just gets like a propeller in the back, essentially transforming it into a boat. Get the joke? She says freeze because she's a lady of the law, but yet she literally has ice. Like they really knew what they were doing with near here. It might actually still be possible to like quick cycle her with Carol. I'm just no good at it. There we go. Just barely enough health to make it through that. Just grab at least one of these. Because when my meters flash like that, I'm in a one-hit state. If I collect even one pedal, I'll survive. Should be another gas can like near the end of the level, so I'm not worried about that. Can't get up there. Just gonna... Yeah, just annihilate. There's a car in case you need more. I'm good. I gotta swim. This shield is bait, because this is the one I remember actually destroying itself when you have water. It's very easy for that to happen. When this stage is like half water, probably gonna lose it just by making one wrong jump. I didn't lose it from that front, I just lost it from taking damage. Get the bubble shield done. Makes more sense for a stage with a lot of water to have a thing that makes you not drown.
Freeze!
Alright. You did freeze. You asked for it. You know whoever did that got a scolding after this. I didn't mean me! You're supposed to get the intruders, the ones that escaped, not me. Enough gems here for me to get a life? No. Yeah, it's kind of close though. It's like, you know, what is that? 14? Actually, it's not even close at all. What am I saying?
I've got you now.
Oh no, not the juggle! This one sucks! I did not know I was gonna do that the time I did the lunge. That was the worst thing. Alright, well that's a lot of unnecessary damage. It's like half my health. I don't have to worry about you guys at all because I'm Carol. I can just jump up here. Lilac's really the only one that, you know, in theory struggles here, but then you can do a similar thing just because of her movement. I think it's still in 2 from the alphas I played in the past. There's a motorcycle, so now I can at least ride, even though it's literally at the end of the fight. Thanks for dropping it. It's probably gonna die. The line that's gonna finish them off for me. It's the worst time to give me a bike. I literally didn't need it. But now we're gonna start seeing things change up a decent amount here in the story. Because if you remember from Lilac's run, these two are about ready to have a fight. Carol and Lilac gonna disagree heavily here, and they're gonna separate. Well, now we'll see what happens on Carol's side of things when Lilac's off on her own, going to Terminal Base.
Lilac?
I don't know! I don't know.
Maybe we're not cut out for this. We should go home.
You are just kids.
So that's it? We just leave and let Torque die?
What are we supposed to do? I like Torque, but this is so much bigger than us. We're just kids.
That doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean anything? Look at what they did to me! To us! Sometimes I feel like you're trying to get us killed.
How can you say that? I put myself out there on the front line so you don't have to.
Yeah, and I always have to bail you out.
What's the problem with that? We're helping each other do the right thing.
But I don't want to do the right thing. I just want to spend time with my best friend. If the only way I can do that is by risking my life, maybe we shouldn't be friends anymore.
Carol.
Don't. Just don't. I'm done.
Hey, Kira, how you doing? Yeah, the sad thing happens here.
Gone.
Leaves on her own. The two break up, but
She actually went through with it? Big surprise.
you know Carol doesn't really mean what she's saying.
Are you mad at her? I'll get over it, I guess. But we're gonna do things my way now. What is this place?
Good question. We weren't here at all with Lilac.
The red scarves are down here. They've still got all my ninja stuff. You were a ninja? Not really. I mean, it's a long story, so I'll tell you someday if you're good. Come on, let's show Miss Hero Pants how it's done.
So here we go, a new stage, Trap Hideout. This is not an exclusive. It's not. Lilac has her own exclusive stage, and same for Mila? But Carol shares her exclusive stage with Mila, because Mila also goes through this one, so, ow, for 1. 2, alright Carol, you don't get anything exclusive. Oh, you guys the bike. Okay, don't make me lose all my health before we get to the ending section. Let me at least get to the checkpoint. There we go. That was about ready to kill me, actually. Let's get out of here. At least if I die, I'll have a checkpoint now, so it doesn't matter as much. I almost died to the first thing. Second thing, though. Actually, technically third. Second thing I seen, but it was a little further in, so it makes him the third thing. Should have done that to begin with. To be fair, those guys' hitbox is a little weird, because when you see their swords moving, that's when the hitbox is active on their swords. You would think they'd be active at all times, but they're not. Yeah, there's no iframes in this game at all. You get stun locked very easily in Freedom Plane. It's like the one actual complaint I have with the game, and I think they kind of fixed it up with the sequel. Like, you don't get stun locked nearly as much from my experience from, like, the alphas. We'll see how it is when it, like, fully comes out next week. This is honestly a game I'd feel like for a first-time player, if normal feels too much, bump down the difficulty to easy. Just because of the elf difference alone can make the playthrough a lot less stressful. My first time playing this game in general, I just play with normal, because that's just the mode I'm used to. But if it's too much, luckily you can always just quit out of the game and swap the difficulties around, and there's no penalty for doing it. At least it's one of those games you're not locked into a difficulty. Weird doesn't save it, but whatever. Just remember you're playing on this set difficulty and change it to whatever that is later. I think that's a little bit more of like a coding oversight. Maybe it would be fixed for sequel. There we go, dead. It really helps when you know you can do a lunge into an attack to do more attack damage, because without it, man, some of these bosses are take. That one little thing of attack alone for Carol makes a huge difference. Guess we'll grab the bike because I'm here. Mate, coming through. Oh yeah, that's right, I gotta do this now. Roadblock, quite literally. I think iframe's intentional because enemies don't say I'm not. Yeah, kind of. It probably became an intentional thing. I don't think it was probably what they planned on when they were first putting the game together, but it just kind of worked out. Like, yeah, you know what? If our characters don't have the iframes, enemies also don't. There you go, it balances out. I hope you like fighting ninjas. And I mean a lot of ninjas. Rip it in some sections, am I right? There's so many things here. There's literally so much going on. They literally throw the whole army of ninjas at you here. I'm not even joking on that. It's like everyone in the facility. Alright, there's only one left. I'll get the motorcycle now. Because as soon as I get it, I do the flip anyways. Hello, Spade. That's why I wanted the motorcycle. It makes it easier to keep up with him. Although we get hit a lot, so it's also a shield in a sense. There we go. Remember, he moves the same way you do. So bait him.
Feel my power.
You're here to ask for help, aren't you? Couldn't handle that little quest of yours on your own?
Cram it, Spade. Stop it! You're right. We need your help. Our friends are in trouble.
I'm supposed to care why?
The guy who kidnapped them is the one who killed your father.
Oh.
Face it, Buster.
Plot
We
twist!
only lead you
This
to
guy was also related to the king. Wasn't just the prince that his father, showed up dead. This guy also is related, so for him, this is also a personal stake. You don't find that out until you play the story. Nothing right over there, just a bunch of explosives. That's kind of also why Spade's such like a different character, but he did look very similar to the prince. Same species. That's kind of how you figure it out. It's just based on the species comparison. They're both like the same animal type. Wait, Spade won nothing to do with the royalty thing. It's kind of why he's doing his own thing with the red scarves.
Intrusion detected. Please remove yourself from the facility.
Definitely want this. That's why I didn't get the bubble shield, because I knew there was a second one. I don't think you can actually make that with the spring, so I might as well do the wall jump. No, why not? Ride it back.
Oh, darn it.
Can't remember if there's a motorcycle on the stage. It probably is. I just don't remember where exactly they are. It'd really help to have one right now, that's for sure. I think you can actually get crushed there, so don't stand around, obviously. A shot from downtown. Oh no. Get the heck out of here. This is going to cause a problem later. Oh, actually, no. This is not the set I was thinking of. Alright, you can stay there. That's fine. Never stood a chance. The master here. I can leave that shield, then I can grab it later. Plus, this one damages this guy too, so anything to make this fight easier. Might as well kill you for once, just to get your gems. Doesn't take that much more time to really kill you. But it's not really a purpose to, because that's all he does. Just gives you extra gems. It's not really worth it. Can I think I can still make it back for the other section. Yeah. But then I trigger these guys. I don't want to trigger any of them. Boy. I hope they're not at the door. Please tell me at the door. Yep, he's there. I don't like this. Ignore me. These guys are a pain to deal with if they jump at the boss fight, and they easily can. Just off-screen them. Alright, good. They didn't follow me. I don't want them following me, because then this fight becomes way harder. They are only here in this fight if you let them come here. Because if you die, then... Oh, crap, they followed me anyways. What did I say? I don't want you here. Yeah, look what you did. I hate this. They both... I don't even know where that second one came from. The door shut above me. This is hard mode now. You're helping him. Stop it. Kind of expected that when I have a set of enemies in front of me. Like, what do you do in that situation, right? You're kind of screwed. That's why I don't like those guys coming down here in the fight. It makes things way worse.
Would you like assistance?
See, way easier when you don't have guards shooting you at the same time as this guy shooting you. Maybe one day we actually keep the shield in this fight so we can actually do the quick kill. Well, there's our motorcycle. I think I can back door to this. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be able to come up that way to get the key, but I got a motorcycle, who cares? I'm also Carol, I can just climb that wall. Here, refill, because my motorcycle did take a few hits. That current to go away, because you cannot move when that current's going. It's just way too strong. No character I think can outrun the current. Oh, I barely had enough time to do that. That was stupid risky. Don't hit that switch. I did that last time, and that was a problem. I gotta leave the motorcycle here. Please, get off and stay off. Kind of awkward because it's like, yeah, very big hitbox. That way I don't destroy the motorcycle. This is a very tight section. I don't like doing this normally with this character. I'm almost out of air. I think I had just enough time. Holy crap. If I died, I actually would have missed that opportunity to get the key too, because I think the checkpoint respawns with that key unattainable anymore. I believe the water is just risen, so you can't go back. Sucks. I'm gonna stay down here for a second. Now I can go ahead and use that key up here and give me some lives. And a card in case I want that. Didn't get that before with Lilac. Also with Carol, I can just do this in this section. What's an elevator sequence? Screw that, I'm getting out of here. Not even close to a challenge.
Please remain still during the incineration process. Thank you.
Might as well take some damage there, it's not a big deal. That's the guy dead quicker, I'm good. Okay, well now I regret it, because I lost my bike. I don't really need it for the fights. It's probably actually better I lost it, because now I can do that lunge attack. Alright, spin around the map. Let's go, buddy. There you go. Good. This boss fight can also be one of the problem ones because the iframe issue, because you can easily get stun locked here too. Alright, victory pose off screen. Can't show this. Alright, quick bonus pit stop before we save Lilac from torturing. If you won't mind. I'll take the shield. I really don't need the lives when you have 18. So many.
This way. Lilac!
Yeah, she's a little beat up. Happens.
I'm sorry I ran off without you. I'll never do it again.
We gotta leave! Now!
You know, it was so smart of your coalition to attack my ship above an inhabited planet. Whatever happened to that prime directive of yours?
You think you're some blameless force of nature, don't you? That the rules don't apply to you!
It's my world on the line. You know exactly how far I'll go to ensure its safety.
Your world is in danger because of the suffering you caused to the other worlds!
My actions have hurt people? I had no idea. I'm dreadfully sorry.
Really?
No! What do you think? He murders people! Look what he did to Lilac! Of course he's
I
lying.
have a lot of work to do, so let's make this quick. Kill them.
Pressure overload detected. The facility will implode in 6 minutes.
Don't let them escape! Find out who did this!
Pretty sure because all of us were here, that was Spade who initiated the self-destruct sequence. While we were in the facility doing all the other things, Spade was off trying to find, I guess, the central hub. We don't know. We never actually find this out. Probably would have found out in Spade's DLC if it ever came out. So unfortunately, without that being here, we don't know.
Something's coming. Something very, very big is coming.
Stay behind me.
Now we also see what happens with Torque so he can transform into a turtle, just like instant. Because this is another different perspective.
Well, look what we have here.
Have you seen Lilac?
Dragon Girl? Afraid not.
Can we come over here?
Well, what's with the army?
Yeah, where is the army?
Now and his goons
They
are
parked
about
down
to
the
attack
street.
Suicang. I'm not about to let that happen.
Alright, we're 2 for 2 so far with these cutscenes breaking during these streams, because they're not supposed to park down the road off screen. This is a problem.
Going to war?
Not if we reach him. All he needs is a little bit of persuasion, if you know what I'm talking about. We're friends with him. Maybe we can ask him to stop.
Yeah, like that's gonna work. Hey, wait a minute. I think you might be onto something. Hop in.
Wait, hop in what? There's nothing here. Your Uber's here, down the road, a couple blocks over there. Jump in. I'm gonna assume they got in some kind of car, because they definitely weren't in these. Why does this always happen to
Be
me?
hidden forever, spaceman. Be quick about it.
I don't do anything to trigger this. They just break on their own. I can't help it. Maybe this is why I should stop playing video games. They always break. No, not really. That's why we keep on playing them. We want to break them more.
For sure. It's what we're all about.
So yeah, we're skipping ahead at this point in the story because at this point, Lilac's on her own, getting the hologram dragon, learning more about the Kingdom Stone's origins, all that stuff. So while she's off doing that, we just jump straight ahead to level 8.
Nice gut.
So we're already at this little war part.
It seems that we have a common enemy, Zhao.
So let me get this straight. The Magister says that if we join together and fight Mr. Braven, we get half of the Kingdom Stone's energy.
Sounds like a fair offer, does it not?
Are you kidding? My city needs way more than half.
Ha! You just want to hog the last of our reserves.
I know you feel a little jealous, but I can't help if my city is bigger than yours.
Ugh!
Hold on a minute, fellas! This is exactly what Brevin wants! For you two to fight while he gets away with all of your energy!
What difference does it make if it's Brevin or this swine?
We're marching into Shuigang whether you like it or not!
You don't have the guts!
Oh, you angered Lilac, here she comes. Her holographic dragon off. I love this to be like holographic, not in terms of it being a hologram, it's like one of those holographic trading cards. Like, look, this is a rare pull. This is gonna sell for a mint on eBay.
Oh. You're saying that, we should work together. Oh, of course! Oh, please don't eat us.
It couldn't have been her. Could it?
Careful what you wish for.
Ah!
Guys!
It's really you! You came back! Where have you been? How did you do that?
I didn't do it. This little fella did. It's okay, guys. This robot wasn't made by Brevin.
Really?
It's a long story, but the Magister believes us now. We have his full support.
Aw, yeah! That's my girl.
My friends, we have been blessed with the seal of the dragon. We must heed its call and join together for the greater good.
Under my leadership.
You can't be serious.
+5 ego.
What can you tell us about the invaders?
Well, Brevin is a starship commander. He doesn't have as much experience fighting on the ground as you do.
Then we shall take the battle to the streets.
But we need to cross the snowfields without getting wasted.
We do have one advantage. Brevin wants the 4 of us dead no matter what. If he sees us coming, we can distract him.
A diversion? Do you really think you can pull it off?
Yeah, probably. I mean, the big dragon could work.
Remember all the times we distracted you?
Point taken.
What about the stone? How do we get it back?
I could modify one of my hacking devices to knock out power to the engine mainframe.
In my language?
Kill the power, get the stone back, right?
That's the current
You
plan.
got it.
I believe at this point, I don't think there's any more bloopers. I'm still doing the little cheat code thing to activate them in case we have them. But I think at this point in the story, you're done with the bloopers. I think the last one is in one of Lilac's cutscenes leading up to the dragon sequence. The rest of this is all serious.
It will be done.
You ready, Carol? Ready to rock.
Find the commander and his pets and tear them to shreds. And leave the brains intact if possible. I might use them for something.
Mila, together!
Fire at will.
Let's show this green maniac how to save a planet!
So since we're not on the dragon, we got this thing.
While you're driving my tank, I only have 2 rules. Aim and fire.
Wait, that's 3 things. I forgot the jump button. It's kind of important. Seriously, it is 3 things. And he means fire in the literal sense, because we have a flamethrower on this tank. How many tanks have a flamethrower? I've got some questions. You can literally just do this. Just hold forward, shake around the flamethrower because it acts as a shield, essentially, for projectiles. Mash the shoot button for anything that's in front of us, and that's it. This is the level. This is it. This is way easier than the dragon part. The boss is harder, but the enemies, not so much. We have the end in no time. My hand is starting to cramp. Let's get the end now, please. Because I got claw grip the stink controller for the best outcome. It's not great. And I gotta use the D-pad because it's not a map, so this is also very uncomfortable. That's the best way for me not to lose any health, because I really didn't take any hits since I've been doing this. Alright, we're there. We're at the boss, so these guys are gonna stop. I'm just gonna take the damage at this point, just to kill you faster. Yeah. Honestly, it's just easier than dodging. We have more than enough health. If that was hard mode, that would not work out. Alright, Battle Glacier, let's do this. I'm immediately getting rid of my free shield because this one's better. F you when you get a free shield, only just to not want it. And I feel when you get your new shield and you lose it immediately. That's about right. Still remember the most optimal route through this level. Here's my can, so I can get my motorcycle. Seriously, when you speedrun this one specific level for hours on end for competition, it just kind of sticks in your head rent-free. Not optimal, but it's fine. We're not speedrunning here. Probably pick up the invincibility while I'm here. Just make this a little bit better for the shield. That's not a thing you do when you're trying to go fast in level, but I'm not trying to. These things are gonna be a nightmare to hit with the motorcycle. Okay, I got a double hit with that. That's not what I expected. We take those. we go. Mini boss time. This thing's still a pain no matter who you're playing as. There you go. That was actually better than a lilac run, because we actually have health. Whereas in the lilac. Well, so much for the motorcycle, though. So, you may have done better in the fight. You did horrible in the platforming. Trade-offs. I'm gonna finish you off in style. That thing does some damage, so why not? You know, life. I don't think I can make it back up there by normal means, so I'm gonna have to almost die from the spikes. I got to go the long way. How did I hit it? Stop hitting it left. Don't even know how I'm doing that. Not even trying. Happens anyways. Is there any way I can get up there as Carol? Because his answer says no. There's goodies up there, and I want it. Just barely out of reach. Even the shield is barely out of reach with a slash. That's more of a lilac slash Mila area, which sucks to be me. Not even this is gonna help, to be fair. So yeah, that is definitely not a Carol section. If I had the motorcycle, then sure, but I don't have it. I just... How did I just get perfect, like, frame jumps off of those spikes? I didn't take any damage when I was jumping. I didn't know you can do that. Hang on, alternate path. Don't mind if I do. There's a shield up here. Oh, I forgot there's so many walls on this one. There's a total of 5. And I lose my shield. Well, so much for the shield. Nice shot. Just a sniper from downtown. Don't mind me, just pushing down the air. Doing push-ups when you're falling just is the stupidest thing. That was bad. I didn't want it to go that way. Stop. Gotta get out of here before I die. There's just too much going on in that section to take your time with. I'll get health right before the fight. That's good, because I'm gonna need it. That's right, I'm trapping you. If I can not hit the switch multiple times. Stay there. I gotta be careful here, because if I time this wrong, then I can't get that health. There we go. Okay, we're good. You have to use those bombs to get up there with Carol. If you don't have the bombs, you're not getting the health. So it's a one-time jump.
You chose the wrong side. Enjoy the last few minutes of your pathetic lives!
Remember that strategy I did with Lilac? Well, how about the same thing with Carol? That's way more intended now. Also, there's motorcycles in here. Which also makes it easier. Then you can just ride up the wall. I think that's the only motorcycle, so now I gotta do this the legit way. By fighting. Gonna do push-ups on your body. Don't mind me. Just showing off the strength. Well, with that, we're entering Final Dreadnought only in 2 hours. In some ways, it does feel like Lilac's story is the longest. I think she has a little more cutscenes compared to the other two, hence why her story is longer. Because it takes about 3 hours. Carol can take close to that. Like maybe 2.5, depending on like how good you are at the game. On a first playthrough, it's not that. Like 4 to 5 hours.
Through. Have fun saving the world.
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I was scared. I didn't know what I was doing.
You still don't.
Attention, troops. Prepare for liftoff.
Listen, guys. I'll go in alone while you help the general take back the city.
Why can't we go in together?
It'll be easier this way, trust me.
But they'll have a harder time catching us if we stick together.
But that's what Brevin's expecting us to do.
Then let me go instead. You're too important to the mission.
I can't lose another crew! If something happens to you, I'm not strong enough to save you.
We'll be strong for you.
We said we were gonna help you get back the stone. We still mean it.
You're stuck with us, buddy, whether you like it or not.
As soon as you step foot into that dreadnought, you may never come out again. Are you ready to make that sacrifice?
Yeah, whatever. Let's go. We're wasting time.
Alright, here's the plan.
With that, space. A final area. In this case, it literally is the final frontier because it's the final dreadnought. Ah, fire shield. Chip damage enemies, don't mind if I do. Please tell me I got the shield because I jumped in that little loading screen a little fast. Alright, good. I heard the sound. Please tell me I ain't kept it. That shield scared me. This is slightly better if I can keep it. I already took one hit with it, so probably the dumbest idea for me to do what I just did. Yep, dumbest idea. fine. We lost the other one just as fast, probably. Oh, wait. Can't hide that from me. New shield. Electric shield, my new best friend. Ah, that was short-lived. Like all of my shields. Man, it's a really good thing we picked up that invincibility, am I right? That joke's on you, I got a motorcycle. That doesn't stop me. What's gravity when you got a bike? You can just drive up walls during the current, which is the dumbest thing, yet it works. Honestly, this section's really not hard at all for Kuro when you have the bike. So you can just do this. Nothing is supposed to be up here. Gotta just back up, backing up, backing up. Let this do its thing, so I don't want to lose my bike. And that's that. And that's the level. I'm a boss. I mean, I'm not. I'm driving. It's better. Let him do his thing as a spike. It's really not worth attacking that guy when he's in that form. You just take too much damage. And this one, I gotta wait for his hitbox to be on the screen, because he can be off it ever so slightly, which is very annoying. But we got him. I tried this way. Where'd my bike go? It's gone. I don't know what happened to it. That happens on purpose. You lose the bike after the fight. That is scripted, which sucks because I would love to keep it for stage 2. But they don't let us have nice things here. It's Final Dreadnought. Ah, Bubble Shield. This is the stage to have this, so sure thing. I do indeed like oxygen. Wait, does that attack count as a water attack? 'Cause that didn't do anything to me. And that should have took damage going through that guy's attack. I kinda wanna test that. Shoot again. Yeah, it counts as a water attack. Wow, I did not know. That does not look like water. That looks like a laser. So that, honestly, I'm very confused by, but we take it then. That is a new attribute I did not know of. See, this is why I like doing these streams. I learn stuff. Even about games I have put hundreds of hours into. Because even though Steam may say 58 hours is more than that, I've played this game on so many other platforms, so I can't keep track of all the time put in Freedom Planet because of all the platforms I play on. And that's also not counting the other PC releases I have, the DRM-free versions. I'll sometimes put this game on like a flash drive. Like I remember when I was in college, I had it on a flash drive when there was downtime. I just played Freedom Planet on the computers in school. It's like, what else am I gonna do? Kind of waiting for things to happen. This game could literally run on anything. If a toaster had a screen, it'd play on a toaster. Because this game is so low on resources. So, it doesn't matter what computer you're playing on. It could be anything. Just playing this game on a mouse and keyboard is probably the most ideal thing. Platformers really good to have a controller for. Especially with all the twitchy movement left and right. Keyboards just don't keep up with that. Unless you're using, like, say, a mechanical keyboard, like the N key raw stuff. Where at that point you can just put as many inputs in as you want, like a controller. But obviously you're not gonna go just say like your local college and have mechanical keyboards everywhere. That'd be weird. That's an expensive thing for a college, and they're never gonna pay for that. Because a decent mechanical keyboard can cost upwards of $100. Now just give me that keyboard that came with the Dell computer. I'm good with that. Does every school. Although imagine, if you know mechanical keyboards, imagine all like the keyboards in your class being blue switches. And if you don't know what they are, blue switches are considered some of the loudest keys on a keyboard in existence. Might as well sound like a typewriter.
You're forgetting something important about our troops. They don't need oxygen.
Alright, Mila, give me that shield. You really don't have much time in this level with Taro if you don't have the shield. Because they're spaced out so far, it's really hard for you to make it without the air. And this shield's the only way you're getting it back. I say that, and I immediately lost my shield in a bad section. Alright, we're gonna have to rush this. But not too much, because I'm gonna die. Wow, how'd that hit? I thought I cleared. Alright, that's fine. If I didn't die from that, I would have died from air loss. Because honestly, I don't know if I would have had enough time. It might have just been cutting it close. One thing I find interesting because of the pixelated art style this game has, this actually looks like compression pixelated, like look here, with the outlining for the lighting. It's very interesting looking. Okay, didn't know that was gonna work. Sure, we take that. I didn't think I had enough momentum to hit the ceiling. Get me out of here. I'll get a new shield, so I don't have to worry about this thing's health. Probably just skip a lot of these sections because of how much health I have. I don't have to stay around here for too long. Like last time we played this level. I might also be able to tank one of these sections, just like plow through it. I might lose my shield in the process, but honestly it's not too big of a deal. Yeah, this is the section I'm just gonna tank the head. It's really not that big of a deal. Give me my 4 lives, because seriously, that's how you can tell there's a problem. And this guy's the problem. For first playthrough, that is a very concerning sign. I've always said this. I think I even said that when I first streamed this. I gotta go back and watch those streams. A little hard to, because they had a lot of technical problems, a lot of them relating to my mic. That didn't get fixed until, honestly, 2020? When I got this microphone, but that's a whole different set of problems. When I stream an XSplit, if everyone remember that, right? That's a software. No one really uses it now just because it's a better option for free, but that's besides the point. When I streamed back in the day, XSplit was really my only good option because OBS was so early on in its life, it just didn't work for what I needed. So I had to use XSplit, and I had a license for it because I'm a capture card. But for some weird reason, my microphone, no matter how I routed it through the software, it always crackled. It just sounded horrible. Out of nowhere, it just started sounding like a robot. And I don't know why. I never figured it out. The only way I fixed it was to stop using XSplit and use OBS. But then for a couple of years with OBS, my mic just randomly skipped. I'll be in the mid, like that. It would do that effect. I don't know why. I think it was something to do with the microphone. And that's for both softwares, but it was really bad in XSplit. But besides the point, that's what makes it hard to go back to those streams, because the audio was kind of bad. It's a little loud in some sections, and every once in a while it was really hard to understand what I was saying because of microphone glitches. It's honestly so good we have a software like OBS by typical standards. And it just turned 10 years old. Like, I don't know when the exact date was that OBS actually had its anniversary, because the 10-year anniversary update, OBS 28, released like last Wednesday? So last week is when they were officially celebrating it with an update. I don't know what the actual date would have really been technically. Besides the point, this software is fantastic. 10 years old is hard to believe. But the software we know it as today, OBS Studio, came out like, what, 2016? So technically on that front, this software is only a handful of years old. I'm trying to remember when that was exactly, because that's when they changed the branding to that. Before it was multi-platform. OBS multi-platform. What a software name. You see why they changed it. It doesn't roll off the tongue as well. I think that was like mid-2016 that the name changed. So if that's the case, I remember he was using it as multi-platform for it to change in 2016. See, we've done all this before. It's like, what else am I going to talk about? Why not talk about weird streaming stuff? Because this game has a history of that for this channel, might as well. But that was mid-2016, so say 17, 18, 19, 20, that's my bike! 21, 22, that's like 6 years. OBS Studio, 6 years. I'm gonna let that go, because I am not gonna hit that. That laser is just gonna stay on the field indefinitely if I don't let it go on its own. That section is so much easier for Carol when she can just ride up a wall. It's like, hey, bye. Just leaves immediately. Alright, we're done with the stage. Now it's boss time. Anyway, let me just park my bike right here so I can interact with the computer, shut it down, and GG's. Oh, that's right. Mila. Her throat has already been slit, so fate's been sealed. This fight's gonna be a little hard with the bike, I should say, so I may not use it for long, but we'll see. I think they start you without the bike on. Yeah, they do. But I might as well just use it now. All we have is a little extra health. Oh, that's short-lived. Might as well just wait this phase out, actually. Shooting this attack, I like to kind of stay up close. It's a little bit easier to dodge than this. Not impossible to dodge something like that, but not as easy. Just wait this one out. I don't have many hits left. I think I can only take 2 hits at most before I die. Remember the iframes you have for that kick. You actually have them. There we go. Perfect. These are the fast push-ups.
No! No. You've got to be kidding me. That's it!
Now you made Carol mad too. Lilac's already mad enough about this. Now Carol's very angry. Don't want to get her angry. Those claws are sharp. You seen a cat with sharp claws, man? They might as well just be knives. Nope, okay. I should probably just run up the wall, to be fair. Alright, I guess that's out of the question. Please leave. Thank you. Might as as well just Mega Man X my way up here. Just infinite wall climbing. Seriously, this is honestly more comparable to Mega Man X when you think about it, how Carol's wall jumps work. I heard a lot of people saying that when this game first came out. They compare Carol's gameplay style to Mega Man X in a lot of ways. She's more combat focused. Oh yeah, I forgot this part's a pain with her. She's more combat focused. Her wall jumps are basically X's wall jumps. The biggest comparisons I've heard with the game, like at least in the initial stages, was a mix between Sonic the Hedgehog, Mega Man X, and Yoshi's Island. Like those specific games, which is an interesting combination when you think about it. Either way, you're looking at like 3 different styles of platformers, so no matter what you're comparing, it all comes back to platformer at the end of the day. Although Gunstar Heroes, a little bit of some Saturn games too, maybe a tiny bit of Knights in some way, maybe just like some of its design. That Knights is a little more stretch, honestly. But this does have some Saturn feel. Oh god, no! That's the worst kind of wombo combo. Infinite stun laser into bigger infinite stun laser. Yeah, I don't need that in my life. What did I just say? Well, this is a very uphill battle. Pun intended, apparently. Give me the health. I need it. At least I can climb up the walls here fast, but I still gotta be careful. Don't have much time. Our shield there if you want the attacking shield. Honestly, probably the better option. I think that Earth Shield just took that hit for me. So this shouldn't have any hits if I'm not mistaken. That's hard to say because the timing was so perfect on that. I'm gonna wait this one out. I don't have enough time for this. There's no way I would have made that. Not even taking a risk with that guy. And that's it. We're at the end. Time to fight Brevin and finish this. No motorcycle, unfortunately, so we gotta do this a little slow. Just hold right. You're fine. Yo, what up?
What you did is unforgivable.
I have no use for forgiveness, especially from someone who puts my homeworld at risk for an oversized battery. I offer you one final chance. Leave now.
No! You're dead!
So be it.
So at that point, I kind of can't get to the wall in time. Just take that. That's why you have the shield. Get up here now. This is how you're supposed to dodge. Run the ceiling. Oh boy. Run on the ceiling. Yeah, but I had a feeling. He was a little too high, that one. I would have had to do the little spin kick for that. That's fine. I had no health going that fight, so that was a really bad situation. I'd rather go in with full health. At least we don't have to watch that cutscene anymore because it just auto-skips it. So we're in. Now here I'm just going to let you come towards me, do that kick. That literally does not look like it could be okay. How much we get pushed back, you would think that would hurt more. These stinking like, slime balls do a lot more damage than I remember. Perfect. Oh, snipe shot, got him. Like instant. I forget how much damage this guy does. He does so much. It might as well be a 4 for your health with every shot. It's a lot. And I feel like out of the 3 characters, Carol has the hardest time in the final set of fights, just because of her nature being close combat. For her, this is really rough. You want to get as much damage in here as possible. I'm gonna have to do this again. It really drains that meter, though. Just enough. I mean, it didn't fully protect me, but that was fine. That got us through phase 1. Now when you hit checkpoints, don't have to deal with this stinking thing ever again. Phase 2, big old robot mech thing. Ah, combo, wombo, combo. Feel like that's illegal. Right up like Guilty Gear. I heard that happens all the time there. Another fighting game series I think that happens with too. HD Fair to a degree, same for Mortal Kombat. All of them kind of have like infinite combos in some fashion. Nice. That's why I want to play a lot more defensive, honestly. Oh, what? The triple! The rare triple shot! He rarely does that. The one time I hope he didn't, too. It's because he was near death. When he's closer to death, he'll start shooting more. That's bad timing for me. Oh yeah, I had no special. Can't do my special kick if I have no special. Oh, here comes the triple again. This time we weren't even close to that. He just felt like shooting me more. Can't even reach me from there. That was like a really bad shot for you, buddy. Okay, that hurt. Not doing as much damage to him as he is to me right now. Yeah, really not. So what makes this fight so much harder for Carol? That close combat thing is really the problem here. You don't have much time to move out of the way of how slow she is, so for the final set of fights, she is very much a glass cannon. I feel the other characters can get out of harm's way way faster, even if they are somewhat close combat focused too. But this one is like so much more without that speed. So for her, she's just kind of locked into a combat situation. You really gotta be careful. Honestly, it's better to take fights slower than more risky with Carol at times. Okay, I think another set of hits like that, and he will be dead. Another set of hits like that for me, and same deal. All right, no, he's good. All right, that's second phase. One more left, and we're at full health, too. Convenient. We're gonna need all the help we can get.
Yeah, in your face.
Not yet. I still have to reveal my face.
I'll be taking that Kingdom Stone now.
I'd like to see you try.
I'm fine with the throwing. I'm not fine with the knifing. There we go. One more set of hits like that. He's dead. Honestly, her invincibility with these kicks makes this part way easier. Remember that risk versus reward thing, the glass cannon? Kind of throw it out the window with this fight. It's a lot easier. I think this is the easiest out of the three for Carol. But there you go. That's it. Game beaten. GG. It only took 2.5 hours. It was about a half an hour difference compared to our Lilac run. I'm curious exactly how much. I should probably pull up the VOD. Although, I gotta probably wait here a minute. Just see a tiny screen. No tech. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It'll get bigger here in a minute. I want to get my results. This is why I fill the frame. I'll get my results from last week. Should be right here, correct? I don't care about the overall. I just care about this. There you go.
She's alive!
That's a very blurry she's alive. Let's fix that. Because that was Windows size 1, which is the size of an ant. I got my totals. This is what I was wanting.
I'm sorry.
You weren't yourself. It's okay. It's okay. I couldn't save it. I couldn't even stop him from getting away.
Don't beat yourself up. Brevin didn't get the stone, and his army was destroyed with his ship. Thanks to you, our mission is complete.
But at what cost? How are we going to survive without any more energy?
Have you heard of batteries and solar power?
Lilac, you might want to look up.
Don't worry, we still have the King of Stone. Remember, it makes a spiral effect after the fight, because that's an infinite supply now.
It's not destroyed? It must have changed form!
The true
Call
form.
me impressed.
Energy.
An opportunity has
At this point, I can stop doing the button combo. There's no more
We
bloopers.
now
Even the ending
realize
doesn't
that
have a
Kingdom
blooper.
Stone was never fading, but changing in ways that were transparent to us in our lust for power and prestige. The wind carries its eternal glow to the furthest reaches of our lands, and former enemies extend their hands to one another, acknowledging the error of their ways. Creatures, both mutant and metal, still ravage the landscape, and it will be some time before we can dispose of them once and for all. Perhaps most troubling of all is that Lord Brevin, the monster who threw our world into chaos, is nowhere to be found.
Sequel bait. Nowhere to be found.
There's
Probably means
still
he'll be the
much
main
work
villain.
to
Once
be
again,
We are
in the
not
sequel.
completely out of
I don't think they've
date.
ever confirmed it in the trailer, so
My
it's probably
people
up
and
for
I
that
will rest
interpretation,
easy
so
tonight,
you don't get spoiled.
knowing that the
Which I
bravery
appreciate.
and sacrifice of a select
For the
few
Splatoon 3's
have
single-player
given our
trailer, that
world
just flat out says, "Here's
another
DJ
chance."
Octavio. Remember this bad guy from like the first 2 games? Yeah, he's here again." I'd rather not have that just in a trailer.
I never got to properly thank you all for helping me.
Hey, we're buds. That's what buddies do.
Well, on behalf of the Coalition of Planets,
You'll have our sincerest gratitude.
Just come here, you.
Thank you.
I love how Carol gets in this group. She has her arms wide open, ready for a hug. Never happens.
So I guess this is it, huh?
Give me a hug. Too slow. Backs away. That's just mean.
I'm gonna miss you. Me too.
Well, who knows? I could be coming back sooner than you think.
Next week.
Until then, just take care of
Next
yourselves.
week.
The world needs you.
Possibly. I don't know if he's in the sequel either. Again, I don't think they ever really confirmed or denied if he's in it, which is probably for the better interpretation. Find out when you play. Which is how I like how games handle the trailers.
Spaceman.
Goodbye, Torque.
Bye, Torque. See you soon.
And that's it. I can put down the controller at this point because we are done. No more text I gotta advance through. And that's the end. He leaves once again. But he has to leave one more time because we gotta play through one more story. Mila's. Not doing tonight, obviously. I could if I really push through it, but I don't want to. I want to handle it on its own separate stream. I like doing one playthrough stream like this. I have another thing I want to look at when we're done here.
No.
It's still messed up to see the king and then the prince like below each other in the credits, and the king has no head. That's still messed up, man. Rated E for everyone, remember.
Thanks for playing.
Rated E.
Cool.
Impossible! Impossible!
So yeah, I'm gonna like kind of get my final thoughts on this character now since we're done. Out of the three, I feel like this is the most risk versus reward character to play because of how she's not the fastest without a motorcycle, and she's also very hard in some of the boss fights to kind of dodge enemies and overcome certain attacks in general just because of her slower nature. She's definitely more of a glass cannon. Risk versus reward playstyle with her really kicks in. It is definitely, at least in my opinion, I would say she's like the hardest of the three. She's the real hard mode. But at the same time, some things are easier with Carol, so I would at least say give it a shot. Play the game with her. Get a feel if it's not right for you. Luckily, you don't have to play through the whole game with Carol. If you want to unlock Mila, you just have to play up until the second stage, Relic Force. Once you beat that stage with either Lilac or Carol, then you unlock good old Doggo over here. So you don't really need to play too much of one character if you're not a fan of their playstyle, which is nice. It's handled like a Sonic game in a lot of ways. You can only play through it in one specific way or play through it in multiple ways if you want, which is a good way of doing it. Instead of forcing the player to play through it with every single character, it is a much better way, in my opinion, of handling things. Because there are some games that do that, where you have to play through it entirely with everyone to get like true endings and everything. Technically, Sonic games do that all the time, too. Speaking of that, Sonic does a great job of letting you play games however you want, with whatever characters you want, and then they also don't. Like two different sides of the spectrum. Depends on the games you talk about. Classic games are fine. Modern games, like the 3D ones, yeah, you gotta play with every single one if you want to beat the game correctly. Well, let's get our stats. So, everything here is gonna be pretty deathless up to a certain point. Our times aren't that bad either, about 7 minutes on average for each stage. That's pretty impressive. We kept on hitting about 7 minutes almost every stage for a while there. So yeah, terminal base, had the robot issue, trap hideout, we got blindsided. So that's 2 deaths right there. And then Final Dreadnought 4 is where we kind of took a couple deaths near the end. Yeah, Final Dreadnought 1 also we had the 1 death. But that's it. Everything else, pretty smooth sailing until we get the final boss. That's more deaths than Lilac. I think we only have about 4 deaths on total with her, because it counts restarts as deaths. But if you do want to count the restarts as deaths, we technically tied 8. Because Lilac, we also ended with 8. 83, 40, 35. My final time for Lilac was 80, 48, 40. How ironic that this took technically 3 minutes longer. But in terms of the stream stake, no. No, it was like 10 minutes faster. Alright. Sure, timer. That's how you can tell it's going off in-game time for that timing, not the cutscenes. Well, that's that. Before we end, let's look at our little extra thing here. Mahjong. A little squished in. Let me go fix that. Ah, that's better. Bigger screen. Match open tiles to remove them from the board. Tile is open when there's an empty space on the left or right of it. Open tiles will sparkle when you pass over them. When all tiles are clear, you win. But if you get stuck and have no more matching tiles, select stop at the top of the screen to collect your crystals. This is literally just the game, Mahjong. That is all this is. So if you've played Mahjong before, you know how this works. I have not really played it until the point Freedom Planet came out, so I started to learn it around this time, and I'm still not that great at it. I get the general idea of how it plays, so I can at least match up like certain things here and there. An okay job. It is nice that these tiles do glow when you can interact with them, so you just essentially hover over the tiles to see what is going to work if you're unsure how it actually plays, because it can be kind of a confusing game. If you're not understanding how like this kind of a board game works, it really is nice to make it pretty beginner friendly. And then we get like a, you know, like a nice track with a bonus song to go with it. I don't really hear that much in the game on normal means. Did see one of those I can still grab, right? If you select one you can't use, you can always just select it again or just like select somewhere else to unselect. Also, this song is boring. Shush. Just tap on his mouth and he goes quiet. So that's nice. He can actually interact with the music. It's a little character, which is a nice little touch. Oh, I can't hit that. Can I hit the water ones at least? Yes. What? Okay, my controller just jumped there. That was weird. Like a little bit of latency. I can get these two waters. I get you. Alright, we full cleared. Nice! We win a total of 60 gems. I don't know what these gems really do, because I don't know where they go. And that's it. That's the game. Neat! Guess what? We're here. We could do some more beta stuff, because I did that at the last session, and it worked out really well. So I might as well just keep it on this screen so we can do the old builds. So let me load up one of these other ones here. I got a couple different betas. I'm trying to think which one I should check out real quick. Well, we can play it very briefly for that reason, because it's not terribly much different. I think I might just jump ahead to like a retail version, or no, I'll go this one. Actually, I think this one will be good. So now I gotta close this. Okay, there it goes. And then get ready to launch you. I may need to like redo some audio stuff on it. Oh no, it already works with audio. It's just I gotta add the capture. There we go. This one's a little bit different. It's actually in widescreen. But it doesn't work with the controller. You think we're so close to retail. No. No, we're still missing something. There we go. I had to load up a separate program to make this work. So this is demo 1.4. This is closer to retail. So we can see Lilac's model got changed up. Now she's not a hedgehog looking thing anymore. Now she's a dragon. But notice here, Shangmu Academy. That's a different stage. Hit the targets. We haven't done this yet in the main game. We'll do it at some point. A lot of stages. Let's do one for now. She is definitely a lot more mobile now with this version than she is in any other build. And there's a couple of these we can do. So it's essentially just this in Dragon Valley. But this was not the one I was wanting to look at, now thinking about it. This is not the demo I was wanting to check out. This is a lot more closer to final build, as we can see. So I think it was the other one I was wanting to look at. Was it this one? 1.3? Yeah, it was this one. Hang on. I'm gonna have to redo this. For starters. Luckily, it's already capturing the audio. But we're back to 4x3, unfortunately. So, back to the smaller screen. This is the one I was looking at. Demo 1.3. Again, Lilac definitely is not a hedgehog thing anymore. She's a dragon. Here's the Shenmue Academy. It's here as well. Same idea. Notice how the meter's starting to change here. We just seen how it looked in final product. But here, it's getting closer. It's not the exact same yet, but it is starting to get there. But also now some movement has changed for Lilac as well. So she still has the uppercut, the standard swipe. You can see her movement, like her actual graphic has changed. And same for like the down animation when she's in a ball. Now she's not a ball. She's more of like a spiral, which is what she is in the final game. So now she's really more of a dragon, not like Sonic. She has her Cyclone, but you can only use it when that meter is full. This is something I'm so happy that I did not stick with, because that sucks. That is absolute awful. And imagine, I need my one little Cyclone jump to save me from a very bad situation. But my meter is not full. I guess I'm dying today. Like, it's just... It's really bad that you have to use a full meter on that just to get even like a little bit of a Cyclone out of this. And you gotta wait for the fill back up to do it again, which is a pace breaker. But also, yeah, this is the beta build that adds the motorcycle. So I just seen the can there. Carol can use her bike. Her jumps are still sounding different, though. They still almost sound like a Sonic style jump. Can you do the Cyclone on the ground, technically, in this beta build? No, I just tried. It doesn't work. So that still is a thing you can't do yet. And you still roll up into the air when you do your boost, so you can't boost onto the ground, which makes this skip still kind of impossible. Still got my speed power up. One thing also I noticed in this is that running back and forth does fill up your meter. Like, it fills it up way faster than standing still. So if you want to charge your meter faster in these betas, run around. It's so stupid looking, but it works. I did collect all the cards in like the earlier beta projects, and it doesn't do anything. I've tested it, so I'm not going to bother here. It's just a thing you can do if you want, but there's no point. I can start doing that tech. Because when you have the speed power, your meter's always filled, so I can actually do Cyclones like I normally can. Revolutionary. I know. That takes up so much meter to do a Cyclone on this paddle. Oh my gosh. That was almost my whole meter! Now you can also swim in this one. You don't sink like a rock like in a Sonic game. So also, better. Now you can actually swim. That's a big deal. Swimming is kind of an integral part of the movement in water stages with this game. Imagine stage 4 without swimming. It would be terrible. Just flat out. It would be terrible. I can roll into a ball to get that thing out of my way. Alright, that guy had range. I want to save this so I can do this skip. That way I don't have to do any of the platform. I can just go straight up. Alright, swim down here. Hold, and you sink like a rock. When you hold down, you just go so fast down. That is not how it works in the final product. That was just weird. Alright, we made it. I don't know if it's possible to do boss skip in this. It might actually be possible now. Without the Cyclone on the ground, I don't know if I'll have enough momentum. I want to try to see if we can skip the boss here. Give me momentum. Thank you. I can't do down kicks. That's a great way for me to get speed in these kind of sections, and I don't have it. So, I just have to do what I can here. That's not what I wanted. Alright, well, now you're going to attempt it, I guess. I had no way of getting up there. Did I hit them all? Yes, I did. All right. Well, this guy's going to go down fast then. Way easier than actually cyclone the guy. That's that. So it plays similarly, this beta build, compared to like 1.0, 1.1. I played the two 1.0, 1.1 off stream. They are basically the same. There's like very, very minute difference between the two when it comes to like its overall movement, some controls and some physics, but it's essentially like what you got in that's the same as what you get in like the other version. So that stuff I don't really need to look at for this stuff. I think it's fine. Mahjong's the same here as it is in Final Product. In fact, if I go into it, you can see the same rules. Music's different, though. A little more funky. But the same logic here applies to Mahjong. It's still the same kind of rule set, the same kind of like gameplay to it. So, if you've played Mahjong the Final Product, this is basically the same. It basically never changed at all in development. Once I got added in, it works. I'll take my winnings and leave. Still don't know what these are good for, honestly. It's just bragging rights. Alright, give me Carol's playthrough here. Go to Dragon Valley. I want to see how different she is here. As we can see, her meter is very different now. Wow. It has tears. Which means I can do this kick attack now. Her wall jumps are still bad. But she has a little more ground speed. She's not as slow as she was in like the 1.0 or 1.1 beta. She basically couldn't move that beta. Really couldn't. But here, yeah, she can kind of do a jog. Same kind of jog in the Final Product, so it's not far off from that. This feels like Sonic 4 syndrome. Please get me up the wall. I just want to wall climb. Spring's hitbox is so massive. Okay, I can't take the ladder. Dude, just get me up there. Hardest jump in the game. Okay, definitely kind of clipped up here. We take that, I guess. So up ahead should be my motorcycle. Yeah, oh, that looks different. Hang on, I need to park for a second to see a closer look. I think it's mainly her legs. Is she losing some detail? I can't get off the bike. That's another thing that's different. I think her detail did slightly change. It's a little hard to notice, but oh no, you can't get off. Okay, so that's her boots. They're black. And on the motorcycle, they look like they're smaller. But they're not. It's just how the graphic looks. It's weird. Nothing's different actually about the sprite. It's just with how it looks. It's just different. Oh, I don't like this though. What is with my gas usage? It's like a real motorcycle. I'm losing all my... What's with these angles? She's going like perpendicular. This is a weird thing. And it's a one-hit KO. Okay. I'm gonna have to assume I get more health to the motorcycle when my meter is actually full. Because that was basically a piece of wood. It had no health. Alright, well, motorcycle sucked in beta. I'm just gonna flat out say it. That thing had no health. Couldn't last. Seeing it at least be applied here, it's like, well, this is what it could have been. Good thing it wasn't that, because that's rough. I wonder how the motorcycle would have fared if I was able to keep it up to here to get this power. That would keep the meter filled. Was that a shield? That's different. I don't remember that being there in the final product. I might took up all my meter, but he's already dead. Worf. I'll get it back. Still feel like I'm slightly slower here with Carol than the final product. It feels super similar now. It's not one-to-one, but it's so much closer. The biggest difference is the wall jumps. The wall jumps are so slow in this in comparison to the final product. They were still tweaking those at the time. I can see that much. It's not until the next one, I guess 1.4, where the characters were pretty much fine-tuned to where they're at today in terms of at least like their overall speed. So I think even 1.4 is still slightly different. Like I think that beta still has some things missing there in the final product for movement. The sound effect missing thing here is a little different. She has no sound when she does her lunge. She also doesn't have the extra attack power with her claw here. That's also absent. Still jumps like a rock, though. We're definitely going to want to take whatever platforms. It's weird. I'm holding a direction when we hit these loading screens, but I stop like a rock. Unintended, I guess, again. I stop like a rock once we hit the loading screen and like transition to a new area. It's weird. Can I actually attack these things here? Okay, her attacks actually got buffed. Because in like the original beta, she could not destroy these boulders at all. I missed some stuff. That's unfortunate. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. I'm like, where'd you go, sir? This fight feels a lot more similar to the final product to Health and Carol. Like, this feels basically the same. I think the health difference, though, in this grid is really the only major difference. Because Phase 2, he has more health. Here, he only has, like, the one hit point on his head for Phase 2 and 3. In the final game, he has some extra hits again on his tail. I think it's like 4 hits on the tail in total before you can hit the head. That's absent here. That's your big difference. But for the most part, everything else in that fight felt the same. But that's it. Like, I'm not going to go through the other stuff on this. I think that's a good calling point. Because nice 2-2-2. You can't beat that record. It's a cool record. But none of these other stages ever unlock. Flat out. I'm going to just say that. You see I have all the cards. These don't show up. These were mystery question mark stages to allude that there will be more in the final product. But they never actually updated the beta to add any more stages. Except for one. There is one new stage, and it's like the second to last. No, actually, no, it's the final beta I have. It's technically, it's like the demo of the game that was made, I think, right before the game came out. Something like that. So that's the last little demo we'll probably look at. But we'll look at that for like the next time we stream this. I think that's a good like stopping point. So get us out of here. That's gonna do it. As that was all of Carol's story, which is what we set out to do tonight. And now with that done, next time, one more character left. This one. It's Mila. Everyone's fan favorite little dog here from Freedom Planet. So next time, we'll go ahead and stream that. I don't know when it'll be. It might be later this week if I can squeeze in an extra stream. I'm not sure, because honestly, right now, I'll just give people's heads up. I'm going to probably have a lot of streams like coming at you here very soon, because we got our scheduled ones starting with tomorrow's stream and then Thursday because of finishing up our countdown Splatoon 3 stuff. At this point, we're just playing the multiplayer. Close that game out before the sequel comes out for that, the third game. And I might stream some of the third game on Friday. I'll see. Depends on when I get my copy and if I think I'll have the time for it. So, I'll talk more about that during those Splatoon streams. For now, that's pretty much it. This, again, I'll probably see either maybe, I'll say Wednesday if I stream again this week, and if not for Freedom Planet, maybe like on the weekend, like Saturday or Sunday or something. I need to do one more of these streams though before 2 releases on Tuesday. So, guaranteed there will be one more Freedom Planet 1 stream to wrap up this countdown series before next Tuesday. Because next Tuesday, gonna be streaming Freedom Planet 2, and it launches that day. Day 1, I'll be here, because I've been looking forward to this sequel for 7 years. It's been a long 7 years, but it's been a long time coming. And I feel really fit the channel to stream the sequel as soon as it comes out, because of how engraved Freedom Planet 1 here is on the streams. I mean, the starting screen has the Freedom Planet music. I've used the Freedom Planet crystals you'll see when we have like subs in the chat. Like those are the sub badges, they're crystals from Freedom Planet. And I have some of my alerts based on that. I think I have some emotes based on that here from Frankerface. I don't have any like channel based ones like Twitch specific, but you get the idea. There's so much integral to this series, so I feel like it would be fitting. But that's pretty much it. I'm not going to hold people up too long because I will be streaming again tomorrow. Come back here for Countdown to Splatoon 3. We'll be playing some of the Splatoon 2 multiplayer. Kind of just run into whatever mode we feel like, depending on what's available as well. So probably some turf for whatever rank mode's available. Maybe salmon if I feel like it. So we'll see. But we're going to be playing that this week for the Tuesday and Thursday slots to kind of wrap it up. Probably one day I'll go in solo queuing, and then one day I'll probably have friends join in if they want to join in. So that's pretty much going to do it. So I hope you guys been enjoying this. Sorry again to those people who maybe want this series to be on a set schedule. I just don't really have the time for that right now. To dedicate as much time as I want to both of these countdown series, this is the only way I can do it because of how behind I am. I apologize. I mean, if you want to catch up, luckily, that's what the VOD channel's for, and that's where part 1 of the series is. So if you want to catch up, check it out via the VOD channel for the next stream is happening, and I'll let people know a couple hours in advance on my Twitter. So make sure you follow the said Twitter account to know exactly when this is going to happen, because I won't know until that day. I think I can do it a few hours beforehand due to other things changing around in like my personal life and such. So just keep an eye on that. Even if you don't like use Twitter itself or actually follow the account, just load up the link once in a while, maybe just see if I posted something about Freedom Planet, because that's how you know if I'm streaming on this day. And I'll go into Twitch and change the schedule around to reflect it. Just add like an extra stream into the schedule thing on the platform. So check that too, I guess. Maybe if you see something change a couple hours before I start, I should also tell you. That's pretty much it. I'm just going to do a quick housekeeping. Check out the Twitch highlight thing will be the last video on my YouTube channel, the main channel, until later in the week, because I do have something else planned, but talk more about that when it gets closer. But that's pretty much it. The Mario Kart stuff is wrapped up for now. We'll return to that probably when the next DLC drops, maybe sooner. We'll see when we're feeling like streaming it again here on the channel. And then we're still going strong with Majora's Mask on the Elpier League. Just getting in the Snowhead, our next area. So check it out. It's been a fun playthrough so far. Still got a lot more for that. Like, trust me, that's a long playthrough. And that's pretty much it. So, I'm out of here. Thanks to everyone who came out. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for the Countdown to Splatoon 3 series. So take care and have a good night, everybody.